fraudulent. Yeah. Some people are on already. Quite a few of you beautiful people. Yeah. Yes, someone's asked me about the Paul Sykes, what really happened. So I'll go through it for you because someone just asked me today about the Paul Sykes. I'm from Wakefield. They said, I remember you coming through the pub because the kid who sat with him at the table was his nephew. He said he was sat with my nephew when you taxed him, Brian. He said this man come in, he was like giant haystacks when he come through the door. He said, and there was another two big lads with him, but one was massive. And he was offering Paul Sykes out, and Paul Sykes went, I haven't got the money. He was doing that, he said, to the kid. He was telling the kid before. So anyway, we goes down what happened. I got a phone call off Terry Rich, used to be a very good friend of mine, because you've just, shut up! They live just on the same street in Hartlepool. So I don't have to do my research, and I don't have to do anything, because I lived in them days, and I was in them eras with these characters and these people. You know, your Paul Sykes, your Viv Grahams, your Lee Duffys, your Paddy Conroys, your Stephen Sayers, your Michael Sayers, your Stevie Abaddons, your Manny Burgos, Stevie Abaddon, Mick the Gun, all these people, Jeff Brown, there's the other one, there's fucking that many people. All these people were in our era. I didn't have to. Dave Garside, Kev Rich, all them, Big Richie Horsley, Big Sorby, all them were in our era, sorry. So I didn't have to speak to a policeman or a prison officer, because I wouldn't fucking speak to a prison officer or a policeman. That's why I wouldn't do it, because I'm not a fucking snitching, grassing little snake. A low life, stinking fucking grass and snake. There's nothing worse. Duffy used to say to me, there's nothing worse. And Paul Sykes was the same. Give me his due. Paul Sykes fucking hated dirty little grass and snitches. He absolutely fucking hated it. He said, the horrid little bastards they are. He said, they get caught and then they snitch on you and go on. He said, grass. He said, little snivelling little snitches, he used to call them. And I wasn't built this big to take shit from a snivelling little snitch. He would have battered that scruffy little fucking tramp about 100 times over. I know he'd turn him inside out like a pillar. He'd have absolutely hammered him, completely hammered him, he would have. And Duffy would have done the same. So there's some idiot got on the internet saying, oh, and Lee Duffy had that fight when he was in here in 88. This moron was talking about the stories, wasn't even around. I told him that story about 1988. He wasn't even around. He got the story off me when I wrote the book with him. So he stole the stories out and pretends he's done his research. Paul Sykes was a known rapist. He went round the schools. He went round the schools and flashed the kids and everything in the schools. He went into parks and everything, did it. He used to go in parks and take food off people. He'd go in parks with a big daft umbrella hat on. This is what he told me, the fake one. And he'd go in there deliberately, knowing the kids would turn on him and have a go. And the bully knew he'd be able to battle him because he was a pro boxer. But he only did it to kids like 14, 15, 16-year-olds, right? And he'd ask them for sexual advances, like, give us a blowjob, give us a one of them, bend over here, give us that. He said, oh, but his urges were there, but he couldn't do that no more. Yeah, grape them no more. So so we got a debt of a lad, £1,200 it was. Sykes had took it off him in Wakefield. So we had to go through. So Terry Rich come for me with Garside. Terry was driving, and we went to a cafe on the way there, like on the not the A19, yeah, on the A19, a bit further down, as you get further down getting towards Skipton and place like that. So we pulled in near Skipton where there was a cafe, and we had a big massive load of food. And the woman went, "Boy, you're a big lad, And when I went in the toilet, as I come out the toilet, she went, "Oh, look at the size of his arms." He went, "Oh, that's Brian. He's the world champion pie eater. Dave's the European champion, and I'm the British champion." She said, "Look at the size of his legs." Right? She was only a pair of shorts on, and it was massive. She was she's just like a fucking Mary Baker type of lady who did the food. So we went in there, we had our food, and we were just sitting laughing and joking. So we went to Wakefield. So we went in this little side place, went to the side here. It was a tiny, scruffy little pub. So he goes in, and goes in. I goes out anyway. Goes up, pushes past Dave. Goes past Dave. I went, "Oh, do you want to fight?" you want to get outside now? Where's that money? Where's the £1,200? He went, I haven't got the money, I said, where's the fucking £1,200 you took off the kid? And there was a kid sat with him, he was been about 18, he looked about 15, you know. And he sat there and he was sat with he had a Sykes had a beer and he had a lager and he was right here at the kid, like, so as if the kid couldn't get away from him because he was like in the corner, just like I am now. So there was no way out, so I was that way and the door was there and the bar was here. So I went, Ali, get outside you now. And he went, no, like that, he wouldn't get outside. I went, where's the money? He went, give him that. So I walked over to Dave and Dave Garside said, where is it? Talk to him like that, like a piece of shit. Sykes was like that, shaking like a jelly, shitting himself. No, he wouldn't come outside. He wouldn't even stand up. He wouldn't even look at my eyes. He was looking down like a little girl, cried nearly. So I said, get outside, you fucking coward. Anyway, he wouldn't do nothing. He just sat there. So anyway, we goes out. Anyway, he gets this kid to come with us, this young lad. So he says, get in the car, son. Put him in the car, drove him out of this place. He said, this is the lads who took the money off. So he said, I've got the money in the house. So he went and got the £1,200. I said, well, you come with us. So the lad knows he's got his money. So I said, you give the lad the money. So anyway, we went to his house, give the lad the £1,200, and then the lad come up and said, oh, thanks, lads, and give us 600 quid. So we split it 3 ways. Sykes did fucking nothing, shit himself, cacked his pants, and this was 1991. This was when he was still fighting, guys. He was still fucking fighting in 91. He went in the ring, I think it was Sweden or somewhere, and he got beat in the first round. He was still fighting, so all that shite he's going about, oh, he was past his best and all that. No, he was still fighting in the ring. He was still a professional boxer. You fucking dink, fat fucking dink, sat there talking shite with his eyeballs popping out his head, talking shite. You weren't even in the era. And the 1988 one, you only copied out what I told you and regurgitated my story, because that's what you do, thieve off people. Sat there, sat with his fucking wife's clothes on again, fucking weirdo. So what happened the second time was, Paddy Conroy contacted me and said, "It's do you fancy doing a debt?" He said, "I said, was it?" He said, "It's Wakefield." I said, "Not him again." He went, "Yeah, Paul Sykes." He said, "He's had my mate over with a load of this, that, and the other." So anyway, we goes down. We met the floor. Dave Garside come for me. He was diving. Paddy was. I was in the front seat. Paddy tried to get in the front because you were too big. So I was in the front of that. Anyway, we were driving down. We goes to the same fucking pub. He was at the same pub. So he goes to the pub, and this time Dave went and offered him out. He wouldn't dare get up. He went out with him. But Dave didn't just offer him out then. He offered him out in Spencer's as well. Twice in Spencer's he offered him out. And another one offered him out in fucking Spencer's pub when there was a lot of gypsies. A lot of gypsies were there, and Sykes come. Terry was there, and he was a little lad. He called him there Quentin Chris. Quentin Chris was the gay bloke years ago. He said, "Shut up, Quentin Chris," to Paul Sykes. That's what he shouted. He went, "Who said that?" He went, Are you still raping the rent boys? No, raping the YPs in Durham jail, Sykes. He went, "Who fucking said that?" And he jumped up, and then I said, "I'll fucking fight you. Get outside." So they had to run. Sykes had to run out the door. 2 or 3 doormen grabbed him, got him out into the back of a car, and spun off at the fucking town. He never come back to Middlesbrough. He never ever come back to Middlesbrough. What a load of fucking tosh cack. He used to go there when he came. The only time he ever came back was when he was in there once. It was the daytime, but it was before this. This was like before Dave Garside was telling me. He said he offered him out again because he'd been slagging him to Spencer. He said, "I'd easy beat him in a fight. I'd do this and do that." So Dave offered him out again. So I couldn't fight him again. So I know about 8 different times he was offered out by people, and every time he got battered off. A lad from Wakefield called Terry Mitchell absolutely fucking punched the face off him. He never came out of the house for months. He got battered again by a lad from Blackburn, or was it I think it was Blackburn, or some of the B. It was the town, the rugby team. I can't remember what it was. The Blackburn or some other side, maybe Blackburn. So he's supposed to fight this lad, and this lad said, "Oh, my uncle went to." So Sykes never turned up. He waited 2 hours. The lad, he sat in a bar like this on a stool. 2 hours waiting for Sykes, never turned up. So anyway, the lad ended up looking for him and battered him all over in Wakefield. He never came out of the house for about 3 to 6 months. No one seen him. He absolutely, he absolutely shit himself. This lad was like big. He was a rugby player, super fit, and he punched him all over, battered him all over. And then he was at it again because what he used to do was go to the pubs and go, "Do you want to fight you?" Like to big lads who could look the part. There weren't fighters like fucking like myself and Duffy and Dave Garside and Terry Rich and that. Terry would have destroyed him as well. Absolutely destroyed him. So this shit about the idiot talking about Paul Sykes, you never even met him. He shouted, "Hey Paul, how you doing, me old pal?" You never even met him. So how can you say, "How are you, me old pal"? How can you call someone your old pal when you never met him? And the same as Dennis, you never met him either. Hey Dennis, I haven't seen you for years. You never met him. You fucking crank. Yeah, that's what he is, a drunken bum. Exactly. He was a drunken bum, yeah. And we know someone who was copying just like him. And what he did, Sykes, Chris Curry was in jail in Durham. And he was also he did a lot of jail, Chris Curry, really dangerous lad, really fucking dangerous in the day for shootings and stuff, really extremely dangerous lad. So he was in Liverpool, he was in Strangeways, and he was with a lad who I knew had a bit of altercation with this lad, but he ended up being friends of mine in the end. Kevin Whitehead from Sunderland, probably top 3 fighters in Sunderland he was in. Him and Big Brian Lofton and Eddie Book, they're the best 3 fighters. So what happened is Delroy Showers was in a pad in Strangeways, and I can prove it by the screw who worked in Strangeways. He told me that he told other people the story as well. So the young lad came in, he was from Sunderland. So they used to say to him, Sykes went, "Hey son," he said, whatever he said, I don't know what exact words he went, "Do you fancy a game of chess?" And he went, "Oh yeah," he said, how are you? And he said, "So what you do is you get out on the association, so they'll open the door, you'll either go down the gym, or you can go to the walk around the yard, or you can go on the phone and stuff like that, so you get like an hour association." So they get the hour association, that was his little ploy. So he used to get the thing, say, "Hey mate, do you fancy a game of chess?" And he had the chessboard like that, and he showed him the chessboard. I'd get the kid in the pad, and the kid would say, "Oh yeah, just shut the door, boss, I'm going to play a game of chess with the lads in here." And then they'd drag him in, pull him down, and Chowers used to fucking give them from behind. Sykes used to hold them down, and the young kid coming out fucking crying his fucking eyes out. So they were doing this for weeks to him. But Chris come in, and Chris came in, he ended up teaming up with Kevin Whitehead from Sunderland. Kevin's alive now, I'll try and get him on the live. I'll get him on the live and he'll tell you the fucking story, the dirty cunts. So Kevin said, "You all right, son?" Because he heard him talk. He said, "Are you from Sunderland?" He went, "Oh yeah." He was white as a sheet. Chris Curry said he was pet. So Chris said, "Leave the fucking kid alone." He was shouting, "Leave him alone, he's only a fucking kid." Little skinny thing like that, little fucking skinny lad, sorry. So Sykes and fucking that dirty bastard, even the screw who I knew from that way, said Brian Cockerill, everything he said about Paul Sykes is true, 100%. He was a fucking animal, a pure animal. He used to go around the schools, flashing the kids and everything. He's even in the paper where he got kicked out of the city of Wakefield, all signed petitions to get him out of Wakefield, and they kicked him out of there for 2 years. He got kicked out of Wakefield. He was going up to, he was a young girl, and he lived in a library, underneath a library. He used to come out and fucking tramp, and anyway, he obviously scared the kid, and he shouts, "Fucking shut up, and I'll fucking kill it." He's about 8 or 9 year old. So they got him for that. They got him for come out. He used to come out and take his thing and do that and start pissing all over the place and laughing and things like that. So they were sick of it. There was kids. Like, he was going into playgrounds where there was kids like infant school, walking there and pissing all over. He was walking into Tesco. I don't know if it was Tesco, some type of big, it's like Safeways or something like supermarket shop. And you go in there at 6, 7 in the morning. This was off the fake one telling me you'd open the tin of safe. That fucking thick treacle fucking shite where piss heads have. He'd drink that and they couldn't touch him because the police said, "They'll leave him. We'll put him out." And then what happened is he used to go up to where they used to make the bread, and when the bread smells gorgeous, when you only get up, you go around there about 7 or 8 in the morning, you get the bread, it's beautiful, it's nice and warm. He used to get his dick out and piss all over the bread and all over the bread buns where people would get the food. And that's that animal, that's what he was, a beast, a complete beast. And his sons are the same, son's in for murder. They're absolute animals. The other one's been done. He's been sugared and watered about 6 times. He's been battered to foot by chair legs, and he's been milk and red hot milk, and with the kettle and milk and red hot sugar they put on them. Stick some like napalm it's called. So it's 60 pace and melts him. He's been done about 4 or 5 times. And then when my mate Dave Thomas, who was best friend with Lee Duffy, said when I was doing the he did the. You know, when you go and you get the videos and that, and the video, he did all the camera work in there. So he was a security consultant, and he did all cameras. So he did the cameras in the jail in Newcastle, not Durham. The other one was the big one, I can't remember the name of it, where you get 5 years or more. He was in there. He said, who's in here? He said, oh, such and then he meant Sykes. He went, is it true what they say about him? He said, yeah, 100%. He's absolutely disgusting. He said he doesn't care if it's anyone he's had sex with. And Peter Fury said, and what was he called? Johnny Nelson said, great boxer said, so what he got in his life was horrendous. He died the most horrendous death, and rightly so. What he did in his lifetime was disgusting and vile, what he did to people. He said that he deserved everything he got in the end, because the people who he tortured and bullied, like the dads and that, and he'd go to a pub that was full of people, say like a Carvery, Toby Carvery, and there'd be like 200 people out in the pub all over the place sitting in lovely summer's day, and he'd come in and go, who are you fucking looking at? To someone, say, get on that pool table there, or get on that table, and start dancing and singing Hickory Dickory Dock, or fucking Old MacDonald at a farm. We used to make people do that, and the mums and dads would be crying, and the sons and daughters would be crying. That scumbag thinks it's funny. He was laughing at the kids being bullied off Sykes, laughing at the fucking children. Absolutely vile he is. And Sykes used to do that everywhere he went. But as soon as the man put his hands up, he shit his person, like all bullies. When Duffy did it, so Duffy was in jail, and it was 1988, and he was coming through from one. He was in the Borstal. He did about, I think, a 3 stretch. He got 3 or 4 stretches. I think he did 3, yeah. And he was, what they've done is you're supposed to go into jail when you're like 21. Because Lee was massive, he was about 15.5 stone, ripped to the air, a fucking 6-pack on top of a 6-pack. He was ripped to fuck. So he's coming through. So you come through, you know, he's a young kid. So Sykes was in Durham, and he was the A1 on A1, A wing. A wing is where the young kids are, like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old children. They were on that wing. So what he used to do, there used to be a chair, a white one for the screw to sit on. It was a white, like as white as that, it was the chair. And all the other ones are like brown chairs, like school chairs. And it used to be at the very front. So what he used to do is say, put that chair at the very front there, and he'd put the chair at the very front of the room, and then all the brown ones would go around it. So Sykes would say, the kid on the cleaners would say, give us a favour, I can't get in there and get that chair. So Teddy Dick would tell me it was one of these party pieces. He'd say, get us that chair, and he'd go through like that, and he'd get stuck in the chairs, and Sykes would put his shorts down and bum him in the fucking cell. A dirty fucking animal. Dirty animal he was. And you can ask any single person from Wakefield. Dale Brendan Hyde tells a story about his mate. Sykes come in the pub. He said, who are you looking at? And who are you looking at? He said, I'm fucking sick of him. He said he grabbed a chair, and a chair, and he hit him in the face with the chair, and still I think it was, and broke his jaw and broke his leg, smashed him to pieces. Sykes never fucking come out for months and months. He never ever went back to that pub because he was a fucking coward, because he knew. I can't remember the lad's name, but if you look on Dale Brendan Hyde, you'll see it, where Dale tells the story. He said he was an absolute monster, but when he got battered off Terry Mitchell, he never came out for 6 months. When he got battered off the lad from Blackburn, he never come out for 6 months. And when I went to the place, we showed him up in his own. Imagine being in your own town, sitting at your own pub, and somebody coming from the town off you out and just sit there and put your head down and go, no. He'd done that. He was nearly fucking crying, and you could see his face. And the fucking shit that the certain people write about how tough he was and all that. If he was that tough, why was he doing that to little kids? Why was he going in pubs and torturing people? Why was he pissing in people's food and things like that? Absolutely vile he was, and a horror. And why would Peter Duffy say, not Peter Duffy, Peter Fury say he was a monster, and he said he would have sex with he'd have sex. He was having sex with anyone and everyone in jail. So he said all men, anyone he'd have sex with. He said he'd even have sex with a dog, and that's where that idiot, the fake one, gets where I'm going to bum your dog. That's where he gets it from. He steals content out of other people's stuff. And he tells the story today on his fucking stupid thing going, oh, I got a letter there from Lee Duffy from 1991 it was. And he said it was April 1991. Well, that's funny, because in 1991 was the time, I'll never forget the fight, when they had the fight with Lee Duffy, when Kevin Kilty was there. It was 1991, and it was March. So Lee Duffy must have went back in a time machine. You went around, you're just a fucking bullshitter, full of fucking shit. You know, fuck all about nothing. You went in none of the clubs, you never went none of the raves, you never seen none of the blues. You make it all up with your little fairy head. fairy plum fairy. You make it all up in that little fairy head of yours. So what a fucking lie you are. 1991, I thought, Lee, in Station Road. I'd been to Durham that day. Thursday night, I had a fight with 4 lads. I broke 2 of the jaws. And I put them out the club, and I dislocated the thumb, and one of my fingers was broke. And I had like a lolly stick like that on my thumb finger, wrapped up. And he had like a sling thing there. My hand, my finger was. So I was like that walking. And Lee came up to him and had the fight with us. That was the day. So I went to see a lad from South Bank. What's his name? Second name, but he was in for punching a lad. He killed a lad. He snapped some type of like a vein in the neck. He'd done it twice to 2 different people. He punched that lad. And he got 5 years for it. So me and Kevin went up to see him in Durham. And as we went up there, we seen him. We came back. We parked the car and Steve the Greeks. And we went in there because that's the first place where you got kebabs from. Parmesan was the very first place, Red Car in Middlesbrough. And Steve the Greek made us a big massive Parmesan. We came out, and then Duffy was in the street walking down that way, and he was with John Field. And then Jimmy Stubbs come round and Tony Stubbs, and they were there. Anyway, we had the bit of the fight, like I said. So that, how could he have got a letter off him? And now, how could he have got a letter off Lee Duffy in April 1991 when Lee was still in fucking, Lee had just got out of jail in March? Absolute fucking pure liar he is, compulsive liar. He say that's all lies. Well, if I'm telling lies, how do I know all these stories? How do I know all these places? Because I was there. You were in the primary school playing skips with the girls. Or it might be the boys, sorry. You might have been playing with the skips with the boys, sorry. Got mixed up there with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So he loves Paul Sykes, obviously, because he's one of them, isn't he? You know, one of them fuckers, exact same as them. So that's what he was doing, Sykes. He was raping them kids in them jails all over the fucking place. There's one come on, the real porridge, I think it's called. Another screw come on. He said, I've been a screw for 25 years. And 18 years I did in strange ways. Durham and Liverpool. And he said, every single thing that Brian said about Paul Sykes is true. And I can tell even more stories. He said, Brian's not telling lies. I was a prison officer for 25 years, I think it was. And he worked there. So every one apart from him. And when we went on the Jimmy O show, he told the story. He said, when he stayed at his sister's, he said, I interviewed his sister, and he said, I can't put that in the book to his sister. And this was the author telling me that it's on the Jimmy. Have a look on the Jimmy O'Neill show to prove I'm telling you the fucking truth. He's laughing on there about 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds being raped by Paul Sykes. 13-year-old little girl, he said they bumped into, and a 14-year-old, and they were on the holidays. It was Blackpool, and the mum and dad had them there for the 6 weeks holidays. And he said he met them, and I thought I must have just come out for an ice cream or a lolly or something out for the day. He said, oh no, I said, what happened? So he said, Jimmy said to him, what happened? He went, oh, end up having a threesome with them. So I said, well, that's rape. He went, no, it's not. He said, it's underage sex, but it's they give consent. And he's like, as if it's fucking normal. That's just not normal to me. I was fucking sick to the stomach, and that's the day I finished him. I phoned him because my brother got raped and ended up taking his life. A 38-year-old through fucking nonsense like that, raped him, and when he was 5, 6, 7-year-old, and he never ever got over it, and he ended up taking his life. These people who do this to children, the children end up being completely gone in the head. And how can anyone sit and laugh or condone or not condemn it, but laugh about a 13 and 14-year-old having sex with a man who was 30 or 33-year-old? And then he said he went from there and he met a 14-year-old girl because he wanted to have sex with a virgin. And she wasn't a virgin as well, so she ended up getting pregnant at 14. She was pregnant, she had a kid at 15. And then he got another one. So in his own book, he'd written, I love schoolies, I love virgins, school virgins. He was putting this was in his own book, Sykes, before the full written book, or he pinched Paul Sykes' book and got it signed over through the sister. He promised the sister 50% of the book, like we got 37.5% promised. The sister never got one single penny off him, and he never look at all the people he's done all the books on, all these people. He never got permission for the Lee Duffy books. Carol Edwards told you, he said, oh, I've got permission off Laurie Duffy. You never got permission off Laurie Duffy. You never got permission off. You started to do the Once Upon a Time in Teesside, me and Lee Duffy, and then you started lying about Lee in it. So I said, yeah, I never said that about Lee. I never said that. So I said to Paul Sugger, I can't be doing this, you know, Paul. I said, that's Lee's family. I'm not going to lie about Lee and tell lies. He started making his lies up about, said he was a monster, he was taxing normal people and all that. I said he wasn't. Oh yeah, but we'll make more money. I said, I'm not interested about the money, I'd rather tell the truth about someone. I said his family's still alive, and his uncle, I know Rod and all them. I said, I look like a cunt. And John Black and all them would go mad, me making lies up. So I said, I don't want to be in it. So he said, oh, you have to be in it now. So I said, I'm not going in anyway. I got Paul Sykes on the phone. I said, listen, Paul, he was there. Rob, was it Paul? Yeah, Paul Sykes. And I've made him stop the documentary with me and as well. I said, I'm not going to that documentary. It's all lies. It's all made up lies. I'm not lying about Lee Duffy's family because I befriended Carol and then I knew Carol in the old days. She befriended us. And she said, he also was doing a documentary about Lee Duffy and saying Carol Edwards gave consent. Well, Stewie Armstrong, he said, he tells lies. Well, check Stewie Armstrong. I'll check all these people's names out if I'm lying. Go and check these people who've been on my podcast and told the story. Go and check Dale Brendan Hyde where he talks about Paul Sykes. Go and check these people. So he said he got the permission to do the Tina Shaw one. Tina Shaw said, Brian, can I come on your show? She said, my dad loved you. I know you love my dad and all that. She said, you both are like the same, like top fighters, like proper hard men in your day. He said, but he's saying things about my dad and true about Paul Sykes beating him up twice. It's absolute garbage. And other people said the same. Absolute shite just to make, because Roy Shaw was a massive name. So he said, oh guys, guess what? You won't believe I've got the tape recordings of I've got the lost tape recordings of Paul Sykes. Oh, sorry, of Roy Shaw. Lost tape recordings of Roy Shaw. And she said, Brian, them tape recordings were stolen out of my house by my brother Gary Shaw. He said they illegally got them. So she said she was going to get the police and get them arrested. That was me who stopped them getting the police. I said, look, just doubt him on my show. So she came on to it. You, Jamie Boyle, I've never heard of you in my life. You've never been to my house. You've never been to my house drinking because you said he went out late to go and stay over there. She's a lovely lady. I get on with her great. She's fantastic. I stayed in her house. She's got a beautiful house. She said she's brilliant. She lets me stay over there. We go out drinking many times. She's on the phone every other day to me. A load of fucking lies, absolute shite. So Tina come on and blew the socks off him and said, if you know me now, you've got my number, she said, phone me right now. Show the whole world you know me. Know why? You haven't got my number. You've never been to my house and you've never had a drink with me. I've never spoken to you. And then I want them tape recordings back. So we got hold of Paul Sykes again. Thank you, Paul Sykes. So Paul spoke to Tina and Tina said, that's my dad. Them tape recordings are mine. The house was left to me and everything in the house. They were stolen out of my house. Well, I understand. He said, I won't do the documentary. Then he took that was another week to go. We stopped. We got another one stopped. Another one stopped. And your Daft Ripper 2s has been stopped as well. I've been told by somebody down there today who's friends with Terry Dicko, one of his mates. Said they've stopped his Ripper 2s with the lad because the lad's found out now apparently that all the people in that street have seen him in the videos. So now that's been stopped as well, you daft little cunt. How would you like them fucking apples? Hey, how would you like them apples? Yeah, fucking horribly was. Brian, Britain's hardest prisoner was shocking. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's the proof. What was he said? Oh, that's what he said. So Jimmy went, well, it was bad what he was doing to the kids when he was hitting the kids. Oh, no, that was just made up for the BBC. I looked at him, I thought, what a fucking crank you are. A proper crank. You've just blew your own socks off by. Like anything Paul Sykes does has got to be, oh, he's this, he's that, because he's in love with him. He's been in love with the dead man for the last 20 odd years. He's watched his documentary 122 times, he told me. This was 4 years ago. And he's read his book about 25 times. He's obsessed with him because he wants to be like that type of character. He loves all that shit. Yeah, all that shit. All that shit. He loves all that shit. Yeah, never had a fight in your life. Doing really well in me boxing, making good money off it. What a load of fucking shit. Paul Sykes was fighting in 1991 and he wouldn't come out fucking side. So 1992, let's go forward. So we're going down there, goes down there at Conroy, gets there. We've seen this lad, he was called Dave. He's a bit like Martha Daly. He used to do all the little bottles of perfume for Christmas and stuff. He'd get them and we went and he was in the bath. Not in the bath with his clothes off, but he was in the bath. He was making these little bottles of perfume and he had jackets and coats and trainees. I got a few off him over the years, befriended him. And he used to give us like trainees and coats to sell, giving them like for say 30 quid and I'd sell them for 40 quid and he'd get like £3 out of them. And I sold 1,000 coats in 2 weeks. Christmas time it was. So this bloke, nice man, millionaire. So he had these 2 jade elephants and Sykes had stole them off and they were worth £20,000, 10 grand a piece. So we had to find him anyway. We had to go to a place called Skipton. So he goes to Skipton, see another lad. He went, I'm the best fighter in Skipton. I went, I'll knock you fucking out in a minute. Conor went, no, leave him. Dave, Conor said, leave, don't it, Brad? I said, well, I'll knock you out. I'll be the best fighter in Skipton. You daft cunt. He's trying to intimidate me. And he went to him like that. Conor, he went like something. I think he went like that. If they shut your fucking mouth, you'll get destroyed in a minute. So he said, you look after him then. And they went in the house, Dave, and I looked after the lad there. He said, I don't know trouble, you know him. I was just saying the best fighter in there. I said, yeah, you were trying to be a clever cunt. Anyway, next minute, we ended up fucking done a deal with the bloke, and he had to give back to the bloke from there. And he phoned the bloke up and said, he phoned Sykes up there from there, and I wasn't there when they were on the phone, but they said, you need to fucking pay that. You need to get them things given back to the man. Dave, in the next few days, O'Brien's coming and he's come back, and you're going to get fucking battered this time. It's twice I've stopped you getting, twice you've been stopped by getting a good iron through two different people, Dave and Brian. He says, so if you want to go, you can have a go. He said, no, I'll get the stuff back. So about 4 hours later, not 3 hours later, we're driving back. We've been a few little jobs. And the next minute, he went, I've got the elephants back on the phone or something. And he went like that to us in the back seat. So, not the man, the lads with us. So, and Dave Garside hated him. He said he was a fucking prick, an absolute horror. A horror he was. He said, we used to go to Blackpool, he said. And he was always touching the kids on the bum and all that. He said, well, like when they were getting in the ring and all that, he said he's a proper. He loved them like young kids. He was in the kids. And then his best friend was Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, that wee guy, for fuck's sake. That was his best friend. Delray Shaw was another fucking wrong'un. Jimmy Savile, Paul Sykes, and fucking Dennis Flint. Another one, Dennis Flint from the BBC. The fake author calls him the Hugh Hofner. The Hugh Hofner. He used to have gay parties and orgies with kids and everything. It's laughing again about kids again on it. But I've got all that off the Jimmy O show, but Jimmy's kindly give me it to use in the court case. All this all making up. Go on Jimmy O'Neill's show and listen to him talking about Paul Sykes. Go on the Jimmy O show, the Jimmy O show. Put in there the fake author's real name, talking about Paul Sykes. It'll come up everything I've just told you about it. When he turned around and says, oh, 1988, he said, oh, you had Lee Duffy offered him out twice. I went, no, he didn't. I said, I told you once. He offered him out once in Durham. So Lee's gone in there and he's gone into the A wing. So it's dinner time. Sykes is in the gym. He's coming out of the gym and Duffy's on the wing. They're saying, oh, there's that Paul Sykes. He said, don't worry about him. So the young kids are all like fucking 13, 14-year-olds. So Sykes was coming through with 3 screws. Duffy was stood with about 5 or 6. So no, you fucking nonce. Touch these kids and I'll fucking punch you all over, you fucking rat. And call them, not the exact words, might be different, but words like that, really vile words. Sykes went, oh, you fucking talking now. He went, oh, yeah. And Duffy's jumping about like a cat at a hot tin roof. Sykes went 3 behind the back of the fucking 3 screws of fucking shit out and got him up over the other side, because there's 2 split sides. When you get in the middle, you've got the gates in 2 different places. And there's that way to go in, that way to go down the block, and that way to go to the cans to go to the to get your food. So anyway, they said, get in there. Duffy locked him in for the 6 screws that stood around him. Taffy Lewis was there. Mark Davies was there. Big Billy Crothers was there. Paul Lyons was there when they offered him out. There was about 25 people in that jail I knew. Mr. Mac worked there, the screw. He said he shit himself. He absolutely shit himself when Lee Duffy was jumping around like a lunatic. He's bouncing all like a fucking cat. He said there, and Sykes couldn't wait to get up before get on the wing away from him. So he was in there, and I can't remember how long it was, but he got a move from there to Liverpool. And in Liverpool, he killed the cat in Liverpool. The cat went missing, this big ginger cat. And when he was in Liverpool, so that was it. So when he went in there, they were also, Lee Duffy's just offered Paul Sykes out. Lee Duffy's just offered Paul Sykes out. Lee Duffy. All the windows, there were toilet rolls, there was fucking everything coming out the windows, the whole lot. Because the whole jail went up in air because they were scared of him because he was raping people. A dirty, fucking horrible rapist. He should never have been written a book about. He should be fucking ashes should be fucking dug up and fucking burned in a fucking bin where he is a fucking animal. Should be burned in hell he is. So then the fake author said, oh, his sister went to a do, and his sister said, oh, your brother was a big, massive man with big, massive hands, and he came, and the things he did to you was disgusting. I don't want to repeat what he said to you. This is what he was telling the lady, said, the sister. I can't tell you what he did because it's going to upset you too much. He really was really bad what he did to you. He was on about raping his own sister. He was raping his own fucking sister. So when the fake author said, what was he like? She said, well, instead of me having this big lovely big brother who would look after me and protect me, he used to come in the bedroom and rape me every chance he could. And he told me the story on the Jimmy O, but he told me afterwards, he didn't want you to know. He said, in it, you hear him say, when his sister says to me, oh, he says on the show, but he tells me, because we were in the car afterwards, man, that was there, I'll tell you. So he said, I can't put that in the book. He says that to the people. And then you've got to watch this, guys, just to prove I'm fucking telling the truth. Jimmy O'Neill, he's named that a fucking tosser. Put the tosser's name in, and you'll see who's the liar. Another fucking one I've got him banged the rights on again, because the thing is, when you do a podcast, it's there forever. Jimmy said we could do it, and Steve Official Topic Talk's got them. You can hear him talking on there about me going, oh, Brian Cocker, this is the fake author. Brian Cocker was the real deal. He was the best ever. There was only one person like him. He was the biggest name in Teesside. No one was bigger than him. He was. Everyone had his name on his lips. Brian Cockerill was the police in Teesside. He run the whole of Teesside. Everyone knew him. Everyone wanted to be him. Everyone used his name. No matter where he wanted, the police wanted him. They've got him in for these so many murders and kidnappings and shootings. The police really wanted him off the streets. They hated him. And but he never ever hurt any women or children. He would only fight top fighters. And we love him, me and my wife. We think he's great. He's got such a good energy. He's such a good lad. He's done some bad things in life, but he's done so much good things in his life and helped so many people over the years. I'm thinking, what a fucking tosser. So all that there, the flannel, all the stuff, that was to build me up so he could make more money off me. But now he's called me Western shit. So how can you say what I was in the 90s and now say in the 2000s I was something different in the 90s? Because you look like a clown now because you've told the stuff 4 years ago about me. And when you watch it, it's on his own page. He's got like a top on it. That's like a greeny top. If you go on Official Topic Talk and put it on, you just put it on, you'll see him with his top on like that, talking about me for 27 minutes. Not once does he say anything about beating people and bullying people and doing this and that. No, he was really good. And he said, and to fight him, he's 53 now. His best years are behind him, but to fight him, he said, it'd be like wrestling a wild bear. He said, then you'd have to be something really special. But he paints a different picture now because I'm not beneficial to him now because I've told the truth about him and he can't stand it. He's sat there now fucking oozing out of him. Shit's coming out of his ass and everything because he can't handle it, coming out of his nose as well. So stop telling fucking lies about stuff in the day when you weren't even in the day. You weren't there. Lee Duffy was in jail in 1990. Lee Duffy was out of jail 1991 March because I fought him in fucking red car just on their station road. You haven't got a clue. John Phil was there. Kev Kilty was there. Jimmy Stubbs was there. And other people were there in the street who've seen it. You haven't got a clue what went on in the raves. He's got him on there. He's got some crank to come on and go, Lee Duffy in the house. It's not even Lee Duffy. So he says to me, oh, yeah, listen, here's Lee Duffy here. I said, Lee Duffy's in the house. Some crank he's got to go over the top of a microphone from the tape recordings of the Lee Allison. You can hear Lee Allison's voice a mile away because it was unique. He used to go, fire. So you could tell it was Lee, but it wasn't Lee Duffy. So he's trying to pretend he's got his recordings, last recordings of Lee Duffy. What a fucking divvy. You just look like a fat crank. Never done a day's training in your life. You look really well with your wife's fucking clothes on. Says it all, doesn't it? What a load of shit. If you watch that video on the Official Topic Talk, you'll see him talking about for 27 minutes to 30 minutes, I think it is. Oh, he was great. He never ever hurt kids. He never hurt women. He was never a bully. He helped so many people in the community. He was such a nice man. And we're doing a book about him. We think the world, we love him. We think he's great. He's got so much good energy about him. We think he's marvellous and all that. So that was me 4 years ago when I was doing books with him. But when I found out what he was doing and laughed when he did that stuff on the day, it was a Sunday afternoon. We went for a big manioc and he come out of the house and he's full of white powder all around here. It was a Sunday morning, about 8 o'clock. Came out. There's no fucking lies because manioc will back me up. And we came out and he was stunk. I remember because I had it years ago, 26-year-old Barry McDevitt got me a Southern Comfort and I drank it and it was dead sweet. And when he got to the car, when you've been drinking Southern Comfort, he said, oh, I've had 2 bottles of whiskey. I said, but you know, we're going to Jimmy O's, we're going to a fucking man's podcast. Got to stay here, you fucking stinking clothes were rotten on him. He went, oh, I'll be all right. And he was saying, so he went back in the house and he come out with 2 pillows and a sheet, laid in the back of the car like that, going to sleep while we were driving. And he kept waking up, well, oh, can I just go to the motorway cafe, come back out with more powder on his nose? So when we got to Jimmy O's, he was off his fucking box. So Jimmy said, what's the matter with him? What's the matter with his eyes? And the cameraman went, he's off his head. I said, what do you mean he's off his head? He said, he's off his head. He's like, oh. And Jimmy, the penny dropped on Jimmy, went, oh, right, I see. Absolute fucking balloon. He's trying to pretend to people he's never had no stuff. But what you're doing on your birthday video, you can see your eyes are popping out your head like a raving lunatic. You look insane. Just stop telling lies because you weren't even there in the day. You were 44 now. So if you go back all them years, you were about 10-year-old. You were in the playground playing 9, 10-year-old. That's all you were. You knew nothing about. You never met Lee Duffy. You can't tell anything about Lee Duffy. You never met Carol Edwards. I never met Carol until later on. You never met Duffy's family, the other side, the other family. You never met all them people. You just lie, pretending. All right, Paul, how you doing? How could you met Paul Sykes when you never met him? Why are you waving at Dennis Flint, pretending you knew him? You never met him either. He was another fucking woofter. And another woofter. We gave like raping young boys. Dennis Flint, the Hugh Hofner. The Hugh Hofner was that old bloke who used to have all them young lasses like porn stars, and he'd have sleep with them when he wanted, just a dirty pervert. And he thinks it's good, all that. Don't forget to push like buttons, guys. So over 80 people been on tonight. Go on the Jimmy O, get a pen and paper now and go, right, Jimmy O'Neill show. Go on there and put under his name, fake author, and put talking about Paul Sykes, and you'll see him laughing about the 13 and 14-year-olds. You'll see it. You'll see it. I'm not making this up because he's called me out saying I'm lying about it. Well, watch it on watch it on the fucking show then. If I'm a liar, watch him on there talking about it. I'm not a fucking liar. I don't tell lies. And you made this shit up about Paul. So he went, oh, and what happened? Brian Cockerill offered him. He mentions me offering Paul Sykes out, and he's saying I never offered him out now. So if you watch it, you'll even hear that where he said, oh, Brian Cockerill offered him out twice in Wakefield. So you'll hear him talking about me offering Paul Sykes out. It's called Jimmy O Show, Jimmy O'Neill, and put his name in, Jamie such and such, Jamie fucking Doyle, and then put talking about Paul Sykes, and you'll see there. And if you go on the official topic talk, put in Jamie Boyle talking about Brian Cockerill's new book, and you'll see him talking about me on the book, how great he was and how good I was, and how great he was, the best fighter ever, and he was this and that. And then Paul Sykes must have been in a time. Lee Duffy must have been in a time machine going back in time. March. It's even in the book when they had the fight. It was March. It was March at the fight, right in the fucking corner. And he came down. He went, "Oh, like that to me in the street." And obviously, the fights like that, you never forget. Went on for about 12 minutes of fight. He tried to knock me out. He put everything into it. He said, "I ate everything I had." He said, "The Dido." He said, "Carol Edwards." He said, John Day, he said to every fuck, he said, I hate him with everything. He said, and I thought, I've got him. And he wobbled, he went half down, he just come back at me. He said, he would come at me like a raging fucking bull. He said his strength was unbelievable. He said, I couldn't put him away, I couldn't knock him out. He only hit me one shot. But he said anyone else would have went. So Dave Thomas went, you must have hit him wrong. Carl Edwards went, you must have hit him wrong. He said, no. I hit him every single bit I had, every bit of power I had to hit him with. He said I had a free shot at him as well. He said, really, both right on the chin, I caught him. He went down like half an hour and he pushed himself up. He said he just grabbed me. He said his strength was unbelievable. He said, Carol said, he said that he was the unremovable force or something like that. She said, on the day, he said, I'll just call it a draw, he said. Well, that's the fight when he makes out. He said, I keep changing the styles. No, I don't change the styles. And I never ever once And my life said, not Lee Duffy out. There's another lie you told. You fucking liar. Because my books go back to the old days. I threw one punch at him. I was fighting him on the road, and there was a roundabout, and I jumped forward and I threw a punch, and I just missed him, and he went, whoa! He jumped all the way, when he made that big massive noise and jumped all the way back. But like Smokey Joe Fraser, and he said to John Black, he said, he can fucking mix it, he can do it, he can stand on his feet, he can fight on the floor, and he said he's strong as fuck, he said he can really mix it. He was really impressed because he told Ozzy Bingham, Kev Kilty was there. So no lies about me knocking Lee Duffy out. I never, ever, one ever in any book or any fucking place did I say I punched Lee Duffy, because I never. Same with Dave Garside. Dave Garside hit me with one shot, caught me in the eye, and he caught me with a body shot. He caught me with 2 shots, and I ran out of steam because we had about a 12-minute fight with him. It might have been more. It went on for ages, but I was full of drugs then at the time as well. He got the better of me, but I went back after 10 weeks fight training. I got the better of Dave. So anyway, he ended up shaking my hand, come with mum's. Been friends ever since. But asswipes like him wouldn't dare go outside with Dave Garside. I wouldn't dare go outside with Lee Duffy. Tell me some names you fought, he said. Well, there's 2 of the best fucking names in the country. Clown. Tell me who you fought, you fucking clown. All you fight is you fucking to get your clothes on. Fatty. Fucking fatty. Fatty. I love the message. Yeah, Peter, Debunking, I love you all the world, Pete, you know that. So I'm just trying to put this fucking idiot to bed. So Jimmy O'Neill, or Jimmy O'Shaw, the Wigan, he's called the Wigan Joker. Jimmy, and by the way, Jimmy's contacted me and said he can do that. And Jimmy said, Brian, he's ripped me off. He hasn't paid me a penny. I haven't had one single payment off him. All the shit. I've never beaten a court. No, you haven't beaten a court. You got dismissed on that one day. And you got fucking charged for making a recording of the explicit recording of the fucking court case. You're not allowed to record stuff. And you would record you and Shirley. Oh, we went free from the magistrates. Well, you can't go to the magistrates for a civil case. And the other second one, Shirley, is in 2022, the magistrates all over Great Britain were shut down. We were in a BT Meet telephone conversation where we went on Brian Cockerill and everything came up, and it was Judge Cook, and he went, Mr. Cockerill, 2 seconds. War Cry Publishing and War Cry Press, Davy Boyle and Rob Brenton, we're going to have to, we can't sue them today. I said, why is that, Your Honour? He said, because War Cry Publishing, Rob Holloway told me as well. He told me what it was. They're not an entity. So does that mean it's fraud? He said, yes, it's 2 fraudulent companies they've got. So they went, oh, we've got another one called an umbrella company called Rubik's. So Boyle's name was took off. War Cry Publishing was took off. War Cry Press was took off. It was redone by the judge, and it was called War Cry Publishing under Rubik's, like an umbrella under. So it was trading under that. So it was made an amendment, and on the bottom of the letter, I only showed you the other month, on the bottom of the letter it says, such and such company, the company has to give Mr. Cockerill every single invoice in the last 16 months since the book was written, and they never give me it. So what did he do? He recorded everything we said. He said, as of today, you can't sue Mr. Boyle and you can't sue Mr. Brenton. You can only do the company. So he said, as of today. So Boyle went, can I go? He went, yes, you can go. But he wasn't privy to the courtroom hearing. And if I'm lying, get me done by the judge. So what happened is, he turned around and said, when he never had the hearing, see, the judge said, don't worry about Mr. Cockerill. I know it sounds a bit unfair. He says, Mr. Boyle's gone, but you can bring him back any time in the indictment if you want. But if I was you, I'd just concentrate on the company, because you won't be able to get no money off him, because he's saying he has nothing to do with it. So I said to the judge, well, if he has nothing to do with it, Your Honour, how come his name's on the books? He went, yeah, good point. So it's all fraud. He was selling fraudulent books. He was pulled in by the door as well for fraudulent. £12,000 fraud. I might just pop down there and see them about that their tape recorders and see if I can get it back off them. I'll prove another one, all lies. He said, I'm going to make them. I never fucking lied. And it's even Del Brendan Hyde's thing where he goes, I made £3,000 off the 3k off the Lee Duffy book. But he told the court you never made nothing. So what happened is, he recorded everything, what we did. He came on the phone because he was off the phone, he recorded it all. Next minute, 2 days later, I got a court letter. I think it was a Monday I went to court. It was about Wednesday I got a letter that came through the door, and it was 27th of 26th or 27th of January, and it was, I think, might have been a couple of weeks later after, it was Judge Mark Gargan. He says, as of today, Mr. Cockerill, Jamie Boyle, Warcry Publishing, have been charged with contempt of court for making an illegal recording in a courtroom. It's against the law to do it. And I told you at the beginning of it was. So he's been charged with contempt of court. So if you went to court, how were you charged with contempt of court? And how have I got the letters upstairs with your name on? Charged for contempt of court. And you had to take every single thing down, and you took them all down. You were ordered by the judge, and it says in the letter, if you don't take them all down in the next, say, 24 hours, I think it was, I will have you warrants sent out to you and arrested, and you will be given a custodial sentence or a fine or both. Within 2 hours, the whole lot come down. So him and Brenton had recorded it, got charged. Why don't you go to the police and get me done for this? And you daren't dare you, because you know it's the fucking truth. And when it goes to court, when I go to the police with this, I'm bringing the letters in from the court. And I've already got a letter from the court already, and has already done that, of Mark Gargan, the judge, and the other judge, which the other judge was called Judge Cook. He had like a Teesside accent. He said, well, what proof have you give Mr. Cockerill? He's only asking for invoices. He says he's entitled. No, I'm not. I don't have to divulge my information, Brenton said. He went, oh, I'm afraid you do. He says, you do have to divulge information. Why don't you have to divulge information? He said, well, it's my company. It's my company. I'm the only person who can look at my company. He went, we're in a court of law here. I say what goes on. Do you understand me? He went, yes, Your Honour. He says, so listen, Mr. Cockerill, his name is on the book. It's his book and his story. How much did you give Mr. Cockerill for the book percentage? He went 37.5%. Well, that's what Mr. Cockerill told me on the indictment here, and exactly what the figure you've said. So that means 37.5% of every book sold goes to Mr. Cockerill. Do you understand me? He went, yes. He said, well, I want them send it to Mr. Cockerill in the next two weeks, I think it was. But I'll send them the next 24 hours. He never fucking sent me until this day. So they just kept missing the court points. He got 9 penal notices. I've got 20, 30 letters upstairs from the court. But we've already got the letter from the judge where he was charged for contempt of court. He's saying I'm lying. So when I put it up, he went, oh, the doctor of the letters. Well, if they were doctored, why don't you go to the police? Why don't you phone the courts? Because that's what you and Bluto would do. Fatty Yakes would do that. She would phone the courts and she's making a doctored copy on the YouTube about us. No, they were real. They aren't doctored. They're real. The judges are real. Judge Gargan, I know them all. Judge Cook first. He said, well, why haven't you given me any invoices? He went, oh, he said, well, what have you given him in the last 16 months or something? He went, nout. He went, I beg your pardon. He went, nothing. Oh, he said, to full disclosure, because I was only there for a pre-action disclosure. I could hear him in the background going, it's a pre-action disclosure, Your Honour. He said, well, it is now. Give him full disclosure. So I got full disclosure the very first hearing. And David, when the fortnight to David, the barrister said, you're very lucky you've got that, you know, Brian. He said, that's because he was very arrogant, because obviously David heard it because he recorded it. He said, all the Americans were talking to him. He said, everyone in America's cheering for you over here. All the fucking gangster lads, everyone's saying, I can't believe that the shit the taxman's getting. The coppers must fucking hate him. He said he must have done some naughty things in his life for them to go like this. He said, I've never known anyone, even over here, one of them was up for 15 murders, he said, and I was never on this fucking long. He said, fucking hell, it's never ending. It's like a saga of Coronation Street. David said to him, he said, what's Coronation Street? It's a programme. He said, so he went into another programme. David said, they just take the fucking piss. Emma's been back down 5 times she's been, and 5 fucking times you fucking Polish prick. You fucking scumbag. Supposed to be a police officer doing your duty. You are one fucking scumbag, you. Well, that's great news for me, because I'm going to the fucking Parliament now. I'm going to complain to Parliament. I'm going to get a letter drafted up by David. Going to get it, show me how to do it, and I'm going to complain to Parliament. The coppers still haven't taken all the evidence, but that little snivelling fucking snitch who grasses to everyone with his little police friends. I told Dave today, so he's told I'm working with Cleveland Police and I'm working with ex-police officers where we're putting the evidence together to get Brian Cockerill 2025. Yeah, when that's conspiracy to vet the cost of justice. I went, thank you so much, I said to him. As soon as he said it, as soon as he opened my mouth, he's directed to words. He said, he's been a barrister for 20 odd years. He's been a barrister in Germany, speaking German, barrister in America and a barrister in England. And he said straight away, he said, absolute pure corruption. He said, if you were Joe Bloggs, you look at a caution and you'd have been in the cells for about 3 hours and you'd have been told off. It's because what you're doing is because you've Brian Cockerill and they want to take you down. They can take me down. I said, even if they put me in jail, I'll go in jail, I'll be at the windows. Free me. I'm not fucking bothered, you stupid cunts. You stupid, horrible little fucking rats. You little stupid cunts. You have to come with firearms and everything going in your shit houses. Even in a wheelchair, you still come with firearms and CS gas and everything because you're scared of the taxman, you fucking cowardly, sniveling little cock bastards. I hate the cunts. I hate every single one of the fucking scumbag cunts. I absolutely hate them with a vengeance, I do. They hate me, but I hate them as well. They've tried every dirty law, like giving people drugs to put in my car. They've given people guns to put in my car. They've always come and helped me. Other people where the cops have asked me to set you up. The cops have asked me they're going to do it. I'm looking at 5 years. I'm not going to set you up. The cops have said we put three key of coke and like mix it with other stuff and put it in your car. Well, people work for me. They've tried every dirty low life trick in the book. They've had bugs in my house. They've had bugs in my car. They've followed me with gliders, not hand gliders, so gliders from when I worked in Leeds with Rudy and them and Clifton Bryan and all them, the big black lads who know every single fucker in Leeds, by the way. These were the top boys them in the days, they were all in there. 15% of their money went on weapons, really naughty. Clifton Bryan was in jail. He was in home house. He got out the first day out. He bought a £160,000 Porsche. 2 days later, he came back to visit someone. He bought a fucking £150,000 fucking Ferrari just to piss the coppers off. Over £300,000 on card. He bought cash, paid cash for them. We do it them days, can't do it now. That daft could talk about Leeds. I know everyone down, loads of people in Leeds and my friends down there, and I mean loads. I was in jail with them all. I was in Wakefield with all the big top lads. There was 12 of them used to sit at the table. They're all from Leeds and Liverpool. They run the whole of Leeds, you see. So I knew all them when I was in the jail with Jeff Brown and all them, and Stevie Hammer. He was a great lad. We used to be in jail with all them. That daft cunt. He's never even been in these places. He's never met these characters. He puts people's names in books because he goes through the books and reads little extracts and steals them out of books. Yeah, he's just a pure fucking thief. Pure thief. Even Jimmy hasn't paid Jimmy either. So Jimmy's a liar. Poor Dale Brendan Hyde. Poor fucking Matty Turner. Me, Terry Dicko. Ripped everyone off. Every single person is ripped off. And that's why he's going to run out. His house has been... Somebody went past his house today and said, there's nothing there. All that shit about he's still living at the house. There's nothing there. And there's no one living at the house. It's all condemned. The house, it's been repossessed off him. He's had it took off him because he never paid the money. He had me and Power Emma run about to make him £550 when he was struggling with the COVID run. We were selling the books all over for him. We got him the money and he blew the fucking lot on that shit. That's why he got his house took off him. All that run about we done, spent all the petrol money, the stamps. Hey lad! That's the old school. What's the matter with him? And my audits help me going on. Portrait Live. And my audits will help me going on. Peter to Box Denny. DTD 1.5. Nice bro. There you go. How's you? Nice. Oh my next clicking there. Really clicking. Yeah, so the shit he tells about stories of people, he didn't even know these characters. He didn't even know the fucking families and often he didn't even know about the pool hall. The fucking pool hall was when we used to play pool. Oh, what's the pool hall? He said. He didn't even know Lee Duffy's height. He had Lee Duffy at 6'2.5". Sorry, 6'4". He was 6'2.5". He had him at 17.5 stone. He was 14.5 to 15.5 stone. Didn't do no. All he did is rush everything just to get the books out to make that because it's all about that for you. All that shit, Mr. Brown, Mr. fucking Brown. Bobby and Eli, yeah, they're okay, mate. Eli's been bad with that virus. I've had him all day. And he's been out down the police station, sat there a full hour, then fuck all again, they're done. Went 2 days ago, sat an hour and 10 minutes, nothing. Day before that, an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, I'm off tomorrow. I'm this, but that sniffling cunt, he makes a statement to his police friends, and they're at my house with a fucking armed response. But within 40 minutes or something, they're at my house with a full armed response and arrest me. For fucking saying, if you come to my house with violence, I'll be fucking violence with fucking violence, you fucking scumbag. and I'll get arrested for that. And the things he's done to people, it's disgusting and vile things he's called people and done things to. And he just keeps getting off because we all know you're a snitch. Sniveling little fucking snitch shithouse. You've been chased out of the whole of Teesside. No matter where you go, where's Jack the Ripper book? Where's the Brian Clough book? Where's the Paul Sykes movie? It's all fucking cuckoo shit in your head. We've all been hearing about it for the last 8 years. It's been going on with the Paul Sykes. He's on about it again today. It's a load of shit, guys, believe me. 8 years, a film getting made. Oh, I've got £1 million, he said. I went, well, £1 million not massive, you know. I said, it's good. You'll make like a good TV movie. I said, but it's not massive. He went, oh, you won't believe it. I've just been phoned by Western Edge Pictures. They've offered me £2 million now. You're like, it's a fucking compulsive. That's when I started realising he was a lying bastard. Compulsive Walter Mitty liar. Well, I've been on the phone to Take That, Robin Williams. And I'm believing like a daft cunt on the phone. I'm sat there waiting and all that. One day we went in, pushed the buttons on his phone. It was on the 141 that came up. It was a speaking clock. He was talking to the speaking clock for an hour to try and impress me that he was talking. And he said, oh, I've just been on the phone to I used to shag her off. She was in Brookside. She was in that. Me and Bobby were down Saltburn and we seen her doing, what was it called? The Angel, something Angel, Dark Angel, I think it was called. About Mary Ann Cotton who killed her kid. She killed about 22 people. She was the biggest woman serial killer in history, I do believe. She's from there up towards Durham way, and the court she used to give them a teaspoonful of arsenic. Now, one teaspoonful could kill about 8 people, I think it is. So she killed them slowly, and some she'd kill straight away. But they got her when what they done is she was pregnant, and she was in the cells in Durham, and she gave birth to the baby. And about a week later, when she gave birth, they took the baby off her, or maybe a little bit longer. And what they done, the hangman put a special thing round because she killed about 17 kids. Fucking horrible. She killed her own kids, murdered them. She used to get them on like an insurance on them, so she'd go to the other end of the country and live down there for it and then get them money off there. And in the end, they started going around and they found the arsenic was in the body of the people. So they ended up hanging her. But the hanger, somebody said it was over 9 minutes to hang her. She was supposed to be the longest person hanging on a rope. And they went, leave her, fucking leave her. One of the women said because she killed one of the kids she killed. It was a favourite kid she didn't, and she accidentally gave her the drug and killed her. And that really upset her. But she was fucking Mary Ann Cotton, she was called. I think she's from towards near Durham way. I've been at her house, but I've been outside the house, but I've been in it. It's a little tiny house in a village. Yeah, what a fucking bullshitter you are. What a Billy bullshitter. What a fucking lie. You weren't even around. 1991, Lee Duffy was in jail. Lee Duffy was out of jail in March 91 when I fought him. You know fuck all because you weren't there. You never knew Paul Bryant and all the other people and Beefy and fucking all the other characters and Paul, the Maloney's and all them. You didn't know them, Sean Days and John Fields. You didn't know them people. You knew none of them. You never met none of them because you were in a school as a schoolboy playing skips with the girls or the boys or whatever one you fucking play them with. If you go on Jimmy O show and put his name in, the fake author, and put Paul Sykes, you'll see him talking about the 13 and 14-year-olds. You'll see him laughing about Paul Sykes flashing and pissing all over the bread. You'll see him laughing about the people shoving the table when he's making them do nursery rhymes in pubs. You'll see him laughing about fucking him killing a cat. He strangled it. What happened? It was, I tell you who told me the story. It was Charlie Bronson told the story. Charlie Bronson told that Steve Richards told me, and it came out. So anyway, what happened is they were in Durham. Sorry, he was in Liverpool when he went from Duffy. I don't know if it was that time, but he was in Liverpool. I know he got put out of Durham about 3 weeks. He was in Durham and they shipped him out when Duffy put on his toes. So, and he tried to pretend that Lee Duffy put his toes twice in Durham. I said, no, he didn't. He didn't. I said it was once. So he's just so he'd look good, like if he'd done his research. Fucking, you went in Durham jail. You've never been to Durham jail, you fucking clown. So he's in jail. There was this big gingery cat, and it killed all the rats in the jail. So one day the cat went missing. People went, where's the cat? I haven't seen him for like, cause in Durham, it's the same as boring. So you sit and look out the windows, and you see things like cats, or you'll see like birds flying. You just watch them because there's nothing else to do, especially if you're in the block in the old days, 70s and 80s. So anyway, sat there. Next minute, the cat went missing. I wonder if he's been killed by like one of the prison officers' dogs. I wonder if he's just died of old age. I wonder if he's been attacked by a load of cats or something. Another load of rats. He tried to kill a load of rats, and the rats have turned on him. So nobody knew. So 2 days later, Sykes came out of his cell with a Davy Crockett hat on. He actually enticed the cat and broke its neck, killed it, gutted it, took all its insides out. Must have put it in the bucket where you slop out. And then come out with a hat on like that and walking down the thing. That cat killing a fucking innocent cat. And he's laughing about the cat being killed. And I thought, you fucking animal. A poor little fucking innocent. It was a big cat. Imagine doing that to an innocent animal. And that wasn't the first time. That wasn't the last time. So when he was in Blackpool, he fell in love with a 13-year-old. Come on, 13-year-old. He's going, no, there's nothing wrong with that. She gives consent. It's underage sex, but it's not rape. I went, it fucking is. So anyway, he went then for the 14-year-old. She got pregnant. That was his wife, Kath. And Kath and his sister used to live together, and he used to bully them. And he used to shout at them that much. They used to pee themselves in fear, piss the knickers in the house. He's not laughing at that, but this was somebody else told me the story. So he used to shout at them that much, they used to pee themselves. But then he said he used to bring men home, and he used to bring prostitutes home and pay them to sleep with his wife and watch him having lesbian sex in the house. And watching them. Imagine none of them kids are mentally ill and they're both in jail. What they'd seen through that site what he done. He used to batter fuck out them kids, batter them all over, punch them all over. And that's why the one's doing, I think he's doing about 25 years. I'm sure he got done for murder. I think somebody said I think he was a copper, somebody with handcuffs or something. And he battered him to death. I'm sure he battered him and tried to kill him. I can't remember the full story. But he's doing, I think it was 25 years he was doing for what he done. So when he was in the documentary, like one of you guys pointed out, he was an animal in there. His own father hated him. His mum hated him. His wife, you could see the fear on his wife's face that he got bailed and got out of jail. She said to don't put me in the book. She says, I don't Catholic called her. Never met the lady. And she says, I don't want to know nothing because I'll give you so much money, but even they give her a fucking penny. It's just all flannel to get the books off. Even these fucking hatty eggs for the pies. So that's what they do. They shoot everyone off. So if I'm lying about the court case, says, why don't you go and get your police friends, as you call Ray Martin, you fucking horrible cunt. Trying to put me in jail like you did years ago, you fucking bent cunt. We all know what you got up to. We all know you and your mate Ray Malcolm. We all know how corrupt you fuckers were in the old days. Bent, corrupt cunts. Pure bent, corrupt fuckers. Absolutely disgusting. You got kicked out of the police force, you fuckers. Kicked out the fucking police force for corruption and lies. And so they priced the other one. And so the other one who raped the prostitutes. Again and again. Cleveland police. It was never ended with them. Corruption, selling drugs, taking drugs, getting confessions for crimes. What the people hadn't did. It went on, and it's still happening. It happened in the 70s, 80s, and it's still happening now in the fucking 2024. You'd think they would stop. They're still doing it. I wouldn't even let my wife go down and fucking give the evidence in the ongoing inquiry, but snivelling snitches on. I go on every night and I send all my stuff straight away. They've got a special unit room for where I can send all the evidence to, and they answer me all the time. And I send the videos to them, and they keep recording me. So they've got 6.5 hours of Brian Cockerill talking about me. Well, you can have 600 hours, you can have 6,000, you daft cunt, because I'm not going to stop. Even if you put me in jail, I'll still come out and do it again, you fucking dibby cunt. But I'm not going to let people get ripped off. I'm not going to let people get abused. I'm not going to let people get raped and abused off fucking you lot. Off your gang of weirdos. Well done, Hankman Orbits. Proud of your son. Really well done. I'm going to start popping on and see your son in there. Try and get you some more there. People on there. Peter DeVox, Denny, old school. He's good. He's a good lad. He knows all the old school. Denny. He knows Brian Cockerill in the day, who the fucking daddy was in the fucking streets and who run the fucking streets in the day. All that shite. Oh, Lee used to run all the streets since 1990. Well, Lee died in 1990. what do you call it, 19, in the 1990s, 1990s. When I was in jail, 1991, later on, it was August, I think it was, I can't remember the exact date, but he died, and the lads who actually, so what happened, Lee Duffy was in a pub in the Commercial, and he was in there with Tapper, and I used to work with Tony Tapper as a doorman on the door. So Dave Tapper was his brother, and he said to Lee, and I told him the fake one, he never knew this either, so I told him about 40 stories about Lee Duffy. He couldn't believe it. I've just got 40 stories of Brian Cockerill. I thought I knew about. I thought I'd rinsed Lee Duffy out. He said, Brian just told me this is the fake off. He went, there must be 40 stories. They're all amazing. I said, why didn't you tell me this before? Because I never trusted you. And that's why I never give you the stories. That's why I stopped the book. I stopped the book on him again, another book. I've stopped three documentaries. I've done stopped. Terry's done 2 books stopped. Marty's book, my book, and I think there's four books being stopped as well. The Tina Shaw one got stopped as well. The Carol Edwards one got stopped as well. We got made sure of that. And now your little the Ripper Toes being stopped. Ha 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 ha. You do no fucking Ripper Toes, crank, little crank. There's no movie in Western Edge Pictures. I know people down that way, and they know them people in there. Said there's no ever been. It was mentioned for 8 years ago. He said it's never been mentioned since. Pistorio, him, the fucking runner, they did one on him, and that's about the last one they did. They haven't done a film for fucking years and years and years. They're still open as a company, but they're not interested in it, and they're certainly not interested now. They've been told what's been going on. You want to repeat that? Fucking idiot. Can't even speak properly. I'd be up most nights, hangman, go. Yeah, I picked phones. Last phone Peter on the night, quite a lot. 32 thumbs. I get the fucking buttons pushed. 32 thumbs, all that talking, all that stuff. I've done tonight. I thought you'd have been 300 thumbs up by now. Put your thumbs up. Come on. Always content on here, Mickey. Yeah, so the stories he tries to tell you, he see what I do. My stories, I just keep them the truth. I don't say I've had a fight with 6 people. I've knocked 6 people out. If there's 6, I'll say it. But if there's 4, he had Lee Duffy in a pub in Blackpool. This is the lies he tells you. I'm trying to tell you, like, you can see this. It's still there now. It's on his page. You can see it. Fucking shite. He said so. Lee Duffy's out one night, goes to Blackpool for the night, the weekend. Gets to Blackpool, goes to a club called, what was it called? Cream, not Cream, that was the club. It was called, fucking hell, what's it called? Cloud. So he's in this nightclub called Cloud. So he's put all this stuff about Lee Duffy. He said, at night there was 33 doormen on. And I thought, what? Even the biggest, when Kevin had told me, 3,500 people who used to go in there. They had 12 doormen. Why would a club need 33 doormen on a Sunday night? We all know Peter's he on, it's not on. Looking for the other friend from London. He knows. So, and I worked at the Mouth. That held 2,500 people. I won the nightclub of the year 4 years out of 5. Had the Hitman and Hair. We had London Boys. All them were there. All them type of people. And fucking Sinita was there. And fucking Sam Cowell and all them people. They'd all been there. Peter Waterman. He was there. When we used to go to the club, I used to go and pop in as well. I worked the same town as Mark Johnson, Ali Johnson, them. So he's saying that in this place called Cloud. So somebody came on, he said, I'm 70-odd year old. 73, I think he said. I own 3 nightclubs and I've worked in 3 others. He says, before you do anything, you need to get your intelligence right. He says, there's never, ever been a nightclub called Cloud in Blackpool. I'm from Preston as well, I worked there. He says there's never been a nightclub anywhere around here called Cloud, ever. So that's a lie. There's 33 people on there. Thumbs up at 33. He said, well, 33 doormen on the door. Albie, what the fuck? What is it? Fucking the Gladiators or something. Yeah, wrong again, yeah. Full of shit. What? Yeah, what a Doyle. That was Lee Duffy's favourite saying. Shut up, you fucking Doyle. Shut up, you Doyle. Go on, you fucking Doyle. I know you've done to him. Eston scored, wouldn't he? Lee would have fucking took his head clean off. Please hit the like buttons, guys. So don't forget Jimmy O'Neill's show. It's nothing bad. It gets him in trouble. It just proves that I'm telling the truth. It's nothing bad where he's going to get murdered or something through it. It's just telling that he's lying again about stuff, just making lies about books, just lying and trying to sell books. But what he's done, he can't sell a thing. He's putting stuff up and no fuckers, Emma has looked, I could hear his voice. I said, get that fucking horrible, squeaky fucking Chucky doll off, do me head in. So the next minute, he says, Lee Duffy's fighting with 33 doormen. He's knocked them all out, put them all down. He said, and all of a sudden, Lee was that quick. He's seen a lad drop 200E or 100E. How the fuck could you see if there was anything in it? But it was pitch black in the nightclub. So Lee's fighting, he's put one hand like that, and he's leaned down and grabbed the bag and ran out the club with the E in his hand. I think it was 100 ecstasy. And he's punched the other on the way out. He's got to a kebab shop, stabbed someone in the kebab shop, and then grabbed the kebab off someone, then ran out there and jumped in a taxi and went to another rave club. The lad went, what a load of fucking shite you talk. What a load of cack. Absolute shite. There's never ever been a nightclub called that there. So he just can't stop telling shit lies in his head. It's all that fucking brown shite in it. That's what it is. Chucky doll. He looks like, somebody said he looks like him off the Goonies. Fucking right hand of that woman off the Goonies. With a dress on. What's a man, isn't it? Is it a woman or a man? It is a woman, isn't it? Yeah. So stop telling lies with your fucking fake bullshit. You were never into Eastside. You're that scared, and your brother doesn't have nothing to do with you, and your sister has nothing to do with you. Stop telling lies. You've been to their houses because you're lying. Because your nephew come to see me. Maniac was there. Tina Shaw was there. Carol Edwards was there. Little Evo, Darren Yu, and there was 5 or 6 other, and big John Cameron, Lee Duffy's friend. He came. There was about 15 people there. And he went, look, I'll come here on behalf of the family. He said, look, the mum's told me to say, look, we don't know trouble with you, Brian and Emma. It's him. I'm his nephew. He said, it's him. He just can't stop bullying people. He said he's done it all the way through. He said, none of us speak to him. The dad threw him out of the house years and years ago. He said none of them have nothing to do. And he's been chased off every single council estate for years because he keeps letting that stuff and robbing people. So we have nothing to do with him. And the other one come to see me was called Paul, and that was his sister's boyfriend. He said, Brian, he's a bit of a mixed martial art lad, big lad. He was what do you call it, pro boxer training. Mark Owens, he was with Mark Owens. My Mark come to befriend me. Anyway, he was talking about Mark, and Mark was telling about Brian's the real deal. And he was telling us about the old stories and that, what Mark was on about what Brian used to do in the day. And he was talking to me. He said, oh, well, I've had 3 fights and I've knocked him out 3 times. He's a fucking clown. He said, just wanting to fight me as soon as he has a bit of sniff or a bit of a drink. He thinks he's 10 men. He said, I know where you come up from, big fella. He said, because he's a fucking idiot. He said, he can't fight. He's never, ever had a fight in his life. And he's never, ever been in the ring boxing with a boxing match or gloves on. He's had 3 sparring sessions and he got put down 3 times in 3 fights. And he got kicked out one gym for hitting below the belt. He never, ever boxed for money. And he never boxed ever. I only had 1 fight, I admit that. Only had 1, but at least I had the 1 fight, and it was in the Dragon Hour Hotel. Massive, sold out. The place was massive. I got beat 2 rounds to 1. But I got beat to swear that the referee was shouting, fucking fight me, because he kept jumping on. He was boxing, I was wanting to fight. I got beat fair and square, and I shook the lad down. Big black lad from Leeds, but he was a bit like Gary Mason. About 16 stone, 10 now was about. I think I was now 16-10, he was 16-6, I think. But yeah. It was still good thing, but my main thing was they never said it was the best boxer, but I was one of the top fucking street fighters in history, and that's why I was in the Sun. Brian Cockerill, Brian Cockerill, 4th biggest gangster in British history, under the craze, and Charlie Bronson and somebody else, and I think it's Marvin Herbert. It puts me in 4th, and I was in the 50 biggest gangsters of all time in British history. And then I was in another one with the Essex Boys, which was Bernard O'Mahony. We can't do 50, but I had the 50 biggest gangsters in Britain without the tax man. And he stood here next to me, Bernard, and he's been in my house twice. A lovely man, got his number and everything. Really nice man, helped us with loads of stuff. And he just said, Brian, crying. If you went the real deal, McIntyre wouldn't have come. If you went the real deal, Dispatches would have done a documentary about. If you went the real deal, John Blake Publisher, which is the biggest crime book company in Britain, wouldn't have done a book on you. He said, I wouldn't be doing a book on you. He said, because I only write with top book companies as well. He said, Stephen Richards wouldn't have done a book. He wrote with John Blake Publishing. These aren't Mickey Mouse companies. These are worth hundreds of millions of pounds, these companies. They're not like a backstreet company where they do about 20 books and sell them and pretend they've sold 3,000 to bull themselves up. These are proper people. Like my friend Lee Wortley, I was on the phone to Lee today. Lee's fucking been, his books are put in a special place in London. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a gallery. And they go in and maybe, I think it's maybe 100 books go in there. The best 100 books that year go, and he's been in there twice with 2 different books. He knows more about fighters. He's got more stories and more intel than I'd ever get than anyone. I would never ever be able to keep up with that man. He's the most professional writer on all the fighters. You Lenny McLean, Joyce, he knows everyone. He knows all the characters. He knows them all, the fucking lot. And he's done all the Clifton, what do they call it from London? I can't remember his name now. All them lot of people. He's done all the stories on them. He's met them all the top West End, East End gangsters. Lee Wortley knows them all, and they're all very, very, very good friends of Lee's. They're like, you need me, Lee, we're there for you. You know, he's a really loved person, really nice like man, but he's so intelligent as well. So I like to surround myself with lovely people like you lot. Hangman Water, he's clever, Hangman Audit, you know. I know he doesn't fucking look it, but he is clever. Yeah, I love him. He's a good kid. I love him all the world. He's another one, like I said to you, I'd be there any one of your doors for you. If any couldn't come to your doors, I'd be at your fucking door before the people come for you. You know, it's the same as where's the fucking other one company else? I can't think. Welcome Mulder. That's who. That's fucking Mulder, Scully and Mulder. 75 on still. Listening about the little freak. Yeah, you were a warrior. Never heard moan about health. Always positive. Yeah, Peter Ray, thank you very much. I like Peter O used to say. He said, "I can fight." He said, "But Brian's a different level." Lee Duffy said the same. He said, "Brian," he said, "I can fight, and I can fight for fucking. I'll fight any country." He said, "But his strength is a total different." He said, "If he gets hold of you, you can't win. There's no way you can win if he gets hold of you. You're fucked. No matter who you are, I don't care who you are." Lee said, "He's just too strong. You can't do nothing with somebody that type of strength." And he said, "I hit him with everything I got, and I couldn't knock him out." But anyway, he contacted me and said, "Look, instead of me and you fighting, you fancy teaming up?" He said, "We'll just take over everything." I went, because he was very, very, very intelligent, Lee Duffy. Really, really, really intelligent. And everyone he told me about all the ones I was knocking around with, he said, "He's a grass him. He's a grass." I thought, he's fucking, I don't know, you don't have to skunk him. No, sorry, you're not going to skunk on the cannabis. Every single one who I thought were great people, I couldn't believe it. I went, fucking hell. I was talking to Cockerill about 6 months ago about it. The people he told me, I thought, no, he's 100%. And I was telling her the story. She went, "You know what? I've got the letter, Brian. It's that person you just mentioned." And I mentioned another one. Which went, fucking hell. He must have really told you the truth and the stuff, because I don't know anyone else knows these stories. She said, only me, because she's got them in the safe in a solicitor. She's got 465 letters, Lee Duffy. So you mentioned that being written, them later on. I think she should do the books with Lee. I think because Leo, I was talking about Lancaster, she's still going to come on, guys. I've just been that fucking bad with my injuries and stuff. I've definitely got her coming on. I'm going on a mega podcast next month, mega one, and the month after another mega one. These are like the biggest ones you can go on. You can't get any bigger. I'm getting back fit and fit every day now. And these fucking scumbag cops, you don't scare me, you fucking idiots. Gonna put you in. I'm gonna get you remanded for sending. Ooh, malicious. Well, I'd be embarrassed going to court for malicious. I've been up around robberies, kidnapping, shootings, murders, attempted murder on fucking police officers. Multiple, twice I've been up for 2 attempted murders on two cops. I said, trying to run them over, they said. I tried to murder them in the car and kill them. And then I got done for threatening to kill another one, they said. But it was lies, they made it up, went to court, got kicked out. They're the biggest lying bastards on the planet. Give him the hairdryer treatment. You curl up at the ball crying. Oh, fucking, when I shout, Emma will tell you, when I start screaming at someone, they fucking shit themselves, and I mean shit themselves. He's not like that. She fucking battled me hair. Me and everyone, he's for 30 odd years, and all this shit he's been putting about my wife. She's having an affair with Yummy P. That was only made up with Yummy and us. We done it deliberately to show you what fucking divvies you are. We did it ourselves. Yummy said, "What's this here? Just show you how easy it is to show them these daft cunts." And that's what it was done. Yummy was having the phone. I could we were talking to him. Fucking idiot. He said, "Look, watch how quickly I'll jump on this here in 2 minutes." And they all got, "Oh," she sat right next to me, fucking when we were talking to Yummy. Yummy phones us all the time. Fucking speaks to us all the time. Fucking every other month. Yummy B said the same. He said, "Writing down every single person that won you with a fighter or beat your Roy Shaws, or we all had respect for you. Everyone in jail, I knew all know everyone." He said, "When I was in jail, everybody knew the tax man. Everybody watched that documentary in jail. Everybody has to have made a fool of myself with it, obviously because we were on drugs and stuff. But some of the things I did on it was true. Like the prostitutes, I helped chase them away from that area where they were at with them. I hate dirty cunts, paid for, like, you know, the red boys and all that. I think it's fucking disgusting. I think them cunts who do that, pay them young kids for sex, I think they should be lifed off them cunts, dirty, filthy bastards. Because them kids are being abused. They're going heroin to forget they've been raped and stuff. So the poor fuckers going heroin. And in the end, they get addicted to heroin because their heads are fried. They take more and more because they've been abused sometimes, been raped and stuff, and abused and put on the game by the mums and dads and everything. It's terrible. And I never put them people down because the people like that, you know, could be anyone, could be abused and then turn to drugs, and then the drugs, they have to sell the bodies to get drugs to make themselves feel better because they're addicted to heroin. It's fucking horrible situation. Positive in your messages. Yeah, I always like to be positive as well, Peter, same as you. So hooligans, always positive in your messages. Just got watch videos, freedom. How you look after yourself, Peter, from pounds. What's up? Yeah. So all the fucking stuff I've said, I've put in my books. I've already been in books since I did my very first book with my friend Richie Horsley got me in it. It was called Street Fighters, and Richie's on the front cover pointing, and I'm in the book as well. And he said, out of all the people I've done books with, he said, and I've took people on the pads, he's called, I want to get him on the podcast with Lee Duffy, Jugger, they call him. His name Jugger. He's the one, and he's really gifted boxer, miles better than I was. Really good with the pads, holding and stuff, and trained loads of people. And he used to do bare knuckle fighting. He was a miner down the mines, and they'd come out of the mines and fight at £300 or £400 in one, like 2 or 3 minute fight. We'd be working all like a month for that, he said. So he said, there's Brian Cockerill, there's only one person like him every 50 to 100 years. I've got the newspaper upstairs, Middlesbrough in Gazette. He says that his height, his strength, his hand speed is phenomenal. His power, his chin so solid, his neck's huge, and his strength is ridiculous. He said, I would say there's a fighter like him, and he comes out every 50 to 100 years. He's got everything, and that's in the Middlesbrough Gazette. I'll see if I can get it and bring it down and show you. But the thing's there, but he's already been on talking to Lee. He already speaks well about me. He said, trust me, when he was hitting them pads, he was taking my fucking hands off. He said, I thought my shoulder was going to come out of the socket. It was hitting me that hard. He said, I'm not a liar. And his mate, who couldn't find Big Anthony, he's a fucking big lump, about 22 stone, about 6'5", fucking monster he is. He said, can you do like this, Brian, do that? So I said, let me just do my own stuff. And I went on the pads that went. He went, hey, when he went up, he said, I'm trying to teach you how to fight. And fucking, what that display you've just done there, because there was loads more of it. He only did so much. And he went, power's unreal. He said, yeah, when you were stepping in and hit me, he said, I could feel it being like lifted off my feet. He said, that power's unreal. He said, you killed someone when I saw you hit them. And he said, the same John Black, when I was training with John Black. He said, Brian, he said, the power in that right hand and that left hook is unbelievable. He said, you're hitting heavier than most of the top heavyweights in the world, and harder and faster. He said, phenomenal speed. And the chin, I've been at the best fighters, like Lee Duffy, 3-shot he hit me with, because I was talking, was the other lad, and he caught me with a 3-shot. And still never knocked me out, and he was one of the hardest punchers. And Dave Garside fought for the British heavyweight title and went 6 rounds and never turned his back. Dave, if you're watching, Dave, I love you, mate. what we had in the past was done, mate. None of them could replicate what we've done because they've never been there, mate. We've never been there. We can talk about it. You can't replicate someone what they've done because them days there was more top fighters then. Not being disrespectful to fighters now. There were people in them days were phenomenal fighters. You know, the ones who fight now are totally different from the old days. Yeah, Lammy is a nice man. He's a really nice man. We helped him get the YouTube channel, but we were all talking, me and him and Emma one day, and we helped him get it on. And I think I was one of the first ones he did. Yeah, I got on with him. He's a nice man. He said, Brian, there'll never be another one of you. He said the same, He said, your name's fucking monstrous. No matter where you go, he said the same. John Elite, the Mafia. He was the minder of John Gotti. He was up for 33 murders. He said, your name's been coming over to America for years and years and years. And for your name to come over the pond, he said, not America, over the pond, which is the water, to get to there from England, it shows you how much you've done. He says, you don't have to tell me about you, because I know about you. I could sit here for hours and tell you what you've done because it's all in the papers and it's in books and other people have backed it up. So the stories about you are true. You don't have to make lies up because they're true, you're the real deal. And I can tell the way you talk and I can tell by your mannerism. And I could tell the same as him. We're on the same page because he's in that world. Now, when you're a little snivelling fucking rat who works for the police and never been in that world, they'd never have a clue what it's like. They're vicariously living off my coattails and hanging on by the fingernails because his biggest regret is being an arsehole with me and falling out because I'm going massive places. We've got the movie to do, which is the Birmingham movie that's got to be done. We've got massive podcasts. We've got America to go to. We've got Australia to go to. We've got loads of places. The amount of people that ask us to go to Scotland, Ireland, the tour all over Ireland. So we're going. I remember maybe another 2 or 3 months' time, we're going to start doing all the Teesside first, and then we're going to go like that. You know, with Newcastle and Sunderland, because Eddie Butte wants to do one with New Sunderland as well. So Eddie said, the only person I'd do he said, the best fighter I've ever known in my life, and I'll always say it's Brian Cockerill. No one comes close to him. He said, this is for Eddie Butte, not me, it's for Eddie. And then his people came down, there was about 15 of them, and 2 or 3 cars and a few Jeeps came, and they all got the book what I did with the arsehole. And I went, is it true you're a better fighter than Eddie? He went, no, he's better than me. He went, well, then he says, you're the best. He said, there'll never be another Brian Cockerill, never. He's never been another man. He said, he was on the pads, I was on the bag with him, he said, he was hitting the bag and he was lifting me off my feet. He said, the bag was a big, massive, heavy bag. He said, the power coming through his right hand was phenomenal, but his left hook would take your fucking head clean off. He said to me, you need to calm that left hook down in your right hand. He said, because you're going to kill someone. The power in them fists are unbelievable. He said, but it's not just the power, it's the speed of them. You'd never think somebody 23, 24 stone nearly could move like that. He said, I thought most bodybuilders or powerlifters are stiff like that. Stiff, you've got that spring in your step and everything. So Denny Old School's knows. Peter O was another one. Peter O said, Brian's the best ever. He said that to Liam Henry. He said, he phoned me up and we were arguing with Liam a bit, and then I stopped to carry on with him. Paul Debrick was the same. Paul Debrick said, Brian Cockerill's strength. He said his book, he said, I've never seen anyone bench 6 plates each end for reps. Only Brian Cockerill. Kev Kilty will tell you the same. Kev Kilty's on the story where he said, Brian in his day was the best. Because no one could beat him. No one. So why have all these people saying, and why all these people like the Essex boys, like Ben Roman done documentaries on me, and why I was in McIntyre, and why I was in all the other fucking ones? Because my name's all over the place, that's why, and they wouldn't do it unless you were telling the truth. So you went on there and started telling shit. So they have to go and check with the police. So McIntyre said, I have to check with the police. He said, we went in, he said, because I got $5,000 for the documentary, but I give $3,500 to Lee Duffy's daughter. I'd give that to them. So £1,500 of the £100, I said. He said, oh, could we use that? And we'll give you that £1,500. He said, I said, no, just use it. So they used it for the woman to come on and read off the news where I was attacked in the street by all them people. And then they got the stories. He said it cost her, I can't remember how much, about £1,000, £1,200, I think it was, for all the stories. He said, I really didn't believe that you'd been arrested that many times. He said, and I couldn't believe it when she came out with all the newspaper. It was called David David. It's David with a B. What's his second name? David. Well, it looked like an IRA. What's it? David. Bald head. David. Fuck. David Malone. David Malone. Irish lad. He went, Brian, I thought you were bullshit. He said, the amount of times the Gazette's got you in there is unbelievable. Armed robberies, kidnapping, shootings, fucking gun offences, fucking. Is it unbelievable? Unbelievable how many times you've been arrested. And still haven't got me, have you cunts? And you can't get me for a bumblebee. Even if you put me in jail, you could put me on Mars, you could put me on Pluto, you could put me anywhere and I'd still come fucking back because I don't give up. When they said I'll never walk again, fuck you, I thought. I'll never walk again. 2 fucking heads. 7 hours operation, so it must have been fucking 2.5 hours. I was there for over 7 hours. And I died on the table and they brought me back on the fucking thing with the jump leads. And then Dr. Christian, back surgeon, is the best back surgeon in the North Tees. Dr. Barty is the second best back surgeon. And then the other one was called Nigel. He had 3 doctors, he had two working at the same time. And he'd come out, one of them would have arrested him. The other one come, he said, usually an injury this bad, I've only seen an injury this bad once, and that was where somebody was killed in a car crash. The neck was completely severed and all the back was smashed to pieces. That's what you look like you've been in. You look like you've been hit by two, never twice. You look like you've been hit with 2 lorries. It's that bad, the injuries. He said, your spinal cord's hanging on by about 2 mil. He said, it should be as thick as your thumb. It's about as thick as your finger now, your pinky. He said, so it should be that thick. He said, it's like that. So what had happened, the spinal cord goes in there like that, say, and that like that. The spinal cord in there, and that bit there, was getting crushed, like round like that. So this round here, the bone was getting thicker and thicker, round and round and round. So in the end, it would get that thick. It would just close and sever the spinal cord, and that's why my hands are fucking killing me all the time. And bad, really bad hands. But I've got no, can't feel nothing. No, so say I could punch like the wall. I could pull a hole for that on my fist, and it gets in there. Nothing in it. So that's good, isn't it, in a way? Because if I'm getting hit or bashed, nothing's hurting me. Even when I drop things on my arms and things like that, doesn't hurt. She said, you must have felt that. I went, no, I didn't. Don't know why I phone won't record like before. See screen. Outside feedback in. Is everyone all right tonight, everyone? Anyone poorly? Anyone down? Anyone depressed? Can anyone go down that police station and tell them cunts to go and fuck themselves? Tell them to fuck off. Well, that's what they done. They went, because everyone was phoning up. They went, why aren't you helping there, Brian Cockerill? Why are you only going out for their tinfoil? Why are you only going out for that fucker? Why is it always there when he makes statement? That's what I was said to the cop. I said, what is with you a lot? When he makes a phone call, you jump through hoops. I wonder if one of them is fucking having a relationship with one of them, eh? Bum, fucking Basil Brush. Boom, remember Basil Brush? Something going on, isn't there? Dirty cunt. They're teaming up to get me. It's not a conspiracy, it's fucking true. Conspiracies like the moon landings or JFK who killed him. We've got him talking about Ray Morton. Yes, you fucking rat. Ray Morton and that other fucking scruffy little cunt with a moustache. Eugene Tate, a little snivelling cunt. And have a word with you, Brian. Go fuck off, Duffy said. Get away from us, you scruffy cunt. Better Parliament Road. We chased him off the road there. I used to have they pulled me on and said, what do you want? Fuck off, you mug. Punch your fucking head in them, you stupid cunt. And they used to shit themselves to a fucking shit, scared of us, the cowardly cunts. They turn up like fucking 5 or 6 vans full to the brim with them. Armed response, fucking helicopters, fucking, everything you think of the fucking lot. They were fucking snivelling shit houses. Yeah, I watched the original one, mate, but I didn't like that as much as I like I'll tell you what I do like, Bonnie and Clyde, I like that, but it's not true. Some of the story of Bonnie and Clyde, they didn't actually get, the way they get set up with the car, what happened is, the lad who was with him, his dad actually was an ex-copper, and he got his son off, because he was driving the car, and they set them up, and what it wasn't the way it was, they set them up at a country lane, and they pretended that the bus tyre, and Bonnie and Clyde pulls over, because Bonnie and Clyde were really good people. Like me, hated coppers, fucking hated them. I'd have been that guy, I'd have been wiping them all out. So anyway, what happened is, they had this fucking copper, he was a Texas Ranger, you know, the old Texas Rangers, like the old fucking cowboy films. And she got over him, stuck a machine gun in his fucking face, and she kissed him on the face, he spit in the face, so she whacks him. Anyway, she's got a machine, like a Tommy gun, that she's got on him. And she took a picture, and that was a picture condemned and that, because that's how they got the faces and stuff. But the lad that we were with was a snitch, like the author, a snitching cunt. So he'd done a deal where he set them up, and he told them where they were going to be at a certain place. So when they got shot to fuck, something like 200 bullets went through to the car. There was nothing left of the car. It was just a bad piece of mush, like blood and everything all over. So people were pinching like bits of like a necklace and rings and things off them, because it was about 5 miles away from where the town was, and all the people came from the town and started getting the souvenirs. That's the word I'm looking for. But she said, there's a poem when she put, me and Bonnie will be together, blah, blah, blah. It's absolutely beautiful. But what happened is the man went, no, she's not. He had her in this life. He's not having her in the next one. But he wasn't that tough. She was the tough one in the out of the both of them. Bonnie Parker, her name was. And what happened is, he used to pinch cars, and what they used to do was, say you were in, say, Stockton, and you went into Middlesbrough, that would be classed as going over the state line. So if you went over the state line, you would be classed as the FBI could get you. So what he used to do was pinch a car like about 100 yards away from the state line. He couldn't get done for going into another state because it was a federal offence. So he's pinching the man's car. She goes downstairs with him, and they pinch the car, and she's the fuck off in the car. And that's how he met her. And she actually got burnt really, really bad. And she was Blanche and Buck. That was his brother and his sister-in-law. She got blinded there. I think Buck, he got shot to death. And they got away, Bonnie and Clyde, and they hid out the way for ages. They came out of this building anyway. She got really badly burnt. But she was probably like had the pain. I'm in fucking horrific pain, but she wouldn't give up because she wanted to be with him. A bit like Emma with me, she wouldn't leave me. So she wouldn't leave him. She says, no, I'm staying with you. So what they used to do, they used to go in the old days, you used to get like say the bill of sale, you know, like the mortgage. You have the mortgage in the bank. So the banks were dirty bastards. What they were doing, the people couldn't read and write properly in them days, and they would have land. So the land would say the land was like, say, $1, say like $20 an acre. They would bring it down. So they'd go, we'll give you $1 an acre, because they knew they had to sell the house because they couldn't nowhere else to go. So they'd give them something like, say, a 300 grand house. They'd give them like fucking 200 quid, 300 quid. Horrible bastards they were. So they decided to bend the deeds. So if the bank didn't have the deeds, they didn't own the houses. So they went around all the banks, robbed the banks deliberately, not just for money for themselves, to help all the poor people. And they bent all the fucking the deeds to the houses, or they would get the deeds and give it to the person. If they would come out for the house, well, we've got the deed, there's the deed there. And that's what they've done. People don't realise how good they were. They were really good people. And they would get loads of food for people and kids and that for parties. They'd have a massive big party for everyone. That's what I'm going to do with this cunt. With these fucking snivelling little snitches. See, these people who grass you and do all these things, you're always here in the end, don't you? It's like, you see them getting away for years, and at the end, you hear the noise, don't you? At the end, bang, 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 bang. You hear something like that, don't you? You always hear it in the end, don't you? They always get fucking caught up, don't they? And fucking, you know, the old bang and go bang, 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 like up down the street like a car. You hear that noise, don't you? And then you think, oh, I knew that had happened to you. Tick, phone starts with clips fast. Tick tock, tick tock. I like that song. What you doing, what you saying, tick tock, tick tock. Gwen Stefani, it's marvellous, that song. Two Chinese girls are brilliant dancers in it. Watch the original got him movie 1996 on YouTube, mate. Yeah, Freedom to you. So I think oh God, make it my goal. Got disabled, travel card, so and go all over. Go. Yeah, they're brilliant. I was thinking get one myself. probably get fucking pulled over by the police. Where you going? Feet in the boxes, right? That's it. You know what you have to do. What you getting him to get? You're going to get him to get someone. You know what they're like with me. What you doing down here, Brian? What's it got to do with you? You know, see, cunt used to say to them, "What the fuck do you want to know what I'm doing walking down the street? Go fuck off. What you doing around here? What's it got to do with you? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So what? What you doing walking down the street?" I was just asking. I said, "Well, I don't want to talk to you. Fuck off. Don't talk to me. I don't like coppers. I fucking hate them. If they're good coppers, they're doing a good job, and they're putting people away or fucking doing horrible things to like old women and mugging people instead of fucking sitting on the computer like a fucking snivelling, horrible fucking Polish prick, lying to people. You fucking prick you are. You know what I'm talking about, this shit house. We're going to change now. We're going to get barristers to change because we want an independent police station because they're fucking corrupt and you can see the corruption. Every single person from America said the same. David said they're all corrupt. They fucking hate you, Brian, and they're going to keep doing this until they try and get something to stick. But they are corrupt. I've got that silly cunt saying I've got Ray Morton and Ray Morton's liaison with me. That's pure conspiracy. The police cannot talk about an ongoing case, or anyone can't talk about an ongoing case and this. And we're going to get him 20 years. He said to 25 years. Whether it's true or not, he still said it. So therefore, if he goes to court, the CPS will go with him, and he's fucking has said this. Cockerill hasn't got a conspiracy theory. It fits, and he's also done a book with him and a book with the other one. So if he's done books with him and he's on gangster shows, I mean, how can you do books on gangsters and switch to police? Because you've always been a police informant, and they put you in there to get gangsters. You've been tape recording people for years and years, and you've been snitching on people. That's what you've been. You've been a mole for the cops from day one. That's what you've been, a little dirty mole. But the people aren't fucking daft. They've seen through you. You did it with Stephen French. You tried to set him up. You did it with Dale Brendan Hyde. You tried to set him. You tried to set me up, saying I was involved in the murder of Viv Graham. You're a fucking liar because you haven't got no recordings of me talking about Viv Graham. So that's going to be going to court as well. Could have got me killed at because obviously the Viv Graham family could have thought his strange plan was to get me murdered off fucking somebody up there. That was his little plan. Paint the seed into people's heads so he gets murdered. I've only told the truth about him. Nothing lies. I've never made that up. So if I've got you, Conroy out with you one and once of all, because Shirley come anyway. He's fat, cheeky cunt. This is not Matt, this is his word, Conroy's. He said, fat, cheeky cunt, Shirley. I was fucking pissing myself laughing. Cheeky cunt, Shirley called her. I said, the Institute went, oh, by the way, is it true that Brian Cockerill went with you to Wakefield and Dave Garside and offered Paul Sykes and Conroy? He said, yes, I was there. I wasn't in the pub, but I heard Brian shouting at him and he was going to do that. No. Sykes would not get up off the table and go outside with Brian. He did not. He said, I can only tell you the truth. You've asked me and I'm telling you where's that fact. And he told the truth because it was the truth. He wasn't making it up. It was the truth. But he was saying he had the tinfoil tapes. Fucking dirty lying cunt. Same as Mary Howarth. Oh, she's getting done in the morning. I've got her jail. She's going to jail. All that time he was told, when he was telling us that version about it, when he had already been given 2 days before, was given a no further action. Carl Walker, a no further action. Emma Cockerill, no further. We got no further action in 6 minutes. Emma got around it, and I got mine in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's the quickest no further actions in history. He said the copper. He was from Leeds actually. So he's had this in the police station non-stop over the years for lies on top of lies. But why don't you say, I'm lying about the £15,000 with the fraud squad had you in from the Dole, Middlesbrough Dole, for the money he had off Brenton, 12 grand, a grand a month on the 1st and 2nd of every month for 12 months in a row, and £3,000. I found out now it was off the Lee Duffy book, and that's how you got that house. You got that house, and you told the judge you had nothing to do with the books. You've written the books, your name's on the books, and you were paid for the books by War Cry Publishing, War Cry Press, 3 Bailey Cape, Pontefract, to you, from Rob Brenton, Barclays Bank, Brenton, Barclays, and Rob. That was the name of his 3 accounts because I was paid money out of them. And that's where the money came from. And that's when they ask you the questions. They've all came from there, such and such. And you said, oh, what it was, he said that I got the money off him to do, to talk to the Furies. And I talked to Tyson Fury. He went, wait a minute, Tyson Fury, what, the world champion heavyweight boxer? He went, yeah. He said, well, wait a minute, he was signed to BBC. He said, I'm a boxing enthusiast myself. Mr. Boyle. He said he has a contract with them. He can't give any interviews to anyone because he's got £2 million, £1 million for one interview, and another £1 million to do the other one. If he breaks one of them, he'll lose the £2 million. So I can't see how you've done an interview with him. Well, he's got 2 interviews to do for the BBC, and that's the only 2 interviews that year he did. And he sat there, he just blatantly just fucking lied to the man. And then he went, well, what about this money, the £3,000? He went, I went to Liverpool and interviewed Tony Bellew. I thought, what a fucking liar. Then he went, then I met Ricky Hatton and I interviewed Ricky Hatton. I went, oh, this is getting worse, this. But it's all, you can't get away with it and call me a liar. But you know why? He was recorded by the fraud squad. Bobby took me down in a KIA car. It was a 1.2 litre. I went in, there was 2 big bodybuilders on the door. We had to wait an hour for them coming from, because he was in Stokesley. We had to wait for them coming from there. Where would they come from? The North Allen, because he lived in North Allen. He got chased out of North Allen as well for selling that, getting that and ripped the gypsies off. They chased him out of North Allen. So anyway, they had him in and they said, you're under caution now. And we're recording you. He said, well, can I use Mr. Cockerill? He's my friend. And I was a Mackenzie friend because I know quite a lot about the law. And I was there as a Mackenzie friend because he said he had bipolar. What a load of fucking lies, complete, pure lies again. So I sat there with him. And when I got out of the place after he got off with the £15,000, he went, yes, the taxman saved me 15 grand. So I looked at him, I said, what do you mean? You've had me in there, lying. He went, oh yeah. He said, I got paid off the books, £3 grand off the Lee Duffy book, and I got £1 a month off all the other books over the last 12 months. He said, so I've made 15 grand then. Thanks for doing that. You fucking scumbag. Yeah, he sat there, was there about 2 hours, because we had to wait an hour for them coming. He was a little bloke, a little fattish bloke with a leather jacket on, and she was only little as well. She looked like the 1970s cops, like out the Sweeney, looked like that. And he had jet black hair and a big black beard. He looked like, I don't know if you've ever watched Tintin, Captain Haddock. He looked just like him. He was a nice man. He was very, very intelligent. He knew he was onto him. So he asked us, he said, well, where's the proof that you put them in the hotels? What hotel did you put them in? He went, oh, I can't remember. What, you can't remember? Tyson Fury's hotel, and you can't remember? Well, where's the receipts for the money what you give them? For the £2,000, £2,500 you give to him to do the interview? He went, oh, I never done a receipt. Well, why would you need a receipt for your business, for your boss, Rob Brenton, to claim his money back off the tax? Well, there's no proof. No way would you go and do a deal with someone for £15,000 and not get a receipt for it. He said, oh, I just did it as a gentleman's agreement. He went, yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe a word you said. He said, so where was the £15,000? Did you get out the bank on the day in that? He went, no, I had it in my pocket. He went, it's physically impossible to have £15,000 in your normal pair of jeans on pocket. You couldn't put £15,000. What was it in? £10 notes and 20s, he said. So you couldn't put £15,000 in your pocket. It's physically impossible. The bloke wasn't fucking daft. I think to me, he looked like an ex-copper. Then he was very, very clever. And he looked at me, and I just looked at him and went, I looked at me and went, he went to me like that. I knew. And the cop, well, not a cop, he was what do they call them, fucking fraud squad from the door. So they even fraudulently pinch money after they're making all that money off the books. But why don't you get me done for lying tonight then to the police? Go on, let's go down the Middlesbrough Job Centre with the police tomorrow. Come on, I'll meet you there tomorrow. We'll go and see the police, and we'll go in there and we'll see if I'm lying. Yeah, well, let's go to the Crown Court as well and we'll see Judge Mark Gargan, we'll see Judge Cook. That's what I'll do with the cops. I'll make them get the judges send letters to the fucking court case on the day and prove that you were at court and prove you were done by the door as well. And you fraudulently stole the fucking money and you had me representing you as a fucking representative, as a Kenzie friend. I can't get done for that. I can't get in trouble for that. You fraudulently brought me into a fraudulent case. I'm not going to jail for you. Why should I fucking go to jail for you? Why should I go to jail for you after all the things you said about me? So I'm not getting pulled into a conspiracy to fraud the dole. I've never claimed, that's another thing. You've phoned the dole on them about 20 times and me. I don't claim dole money. I've never claimed dole. I've been lucky. I've never paid the box right. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you as well. Doing well today, mate. Yeah. I'm on tonight. Yeah, I'll be funny tonight. Anyway, I'm going to go in a minute. So 45 people still on, 37 thumbs up. So he's fraudulently got the money. He's calling people, get a job, you bum, get a job. You haven't got a fucking job. You sit all day with them earphones and listen to them things, watching them all day long, doing that to yourself. That's what you do, you fucking liar. Pocahontas from the grave. Pocahontas, she was an Indian, and Minnehaha, I think it was there. Minnehaha, her tender touch, and she took him to the silver trees. How'd you call mystery bike rides with his best cow face? Oh, he's not going on that Ripper tour, it's been stopped. My mate who's a fighter down there, who runs the doors and he runs that area, bumped into the block, told him, he said, oh, I'm doing such and such with him. Ripper told you, have you seen what he's done to people? Showed him all the fucking stuff. He went, I won't be doing fuck all, with nothing. Finished with him. So the Ripper tour, there is no Ripper tour, there was no hand found in a bag. You really make it think us, we believe that you found the hand of a woman in the bag on a clipper ship and she was from Middlesbrough. Well, how do you know she's from Middlesbrough? Why haven't you reported this to the police? Or why have you been in the news of the world? Or you'd have it every fucking way if you found Jack the Ripper, but you told everyone you found the real Jack the Ripper and where he's from and where he lives in Middlesbrough. Out of all the places, if he said like Australia or, I mean, it's a 144-year-old Ripper, unsolved murder. Now he's solving the murder. Who are you? Sherlock Holmes? He said he couldn't. He thought Sherlock Holmes was real. I said he's not. He's a fictional character written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. No, he's real. I've seen his house. I said it's not. You're absolute fucking mental. Here's Butch Cassidy from Sunderland, like that one, yeah? He's away with the fucking fairies. Totally away with the fairies. Sat there like that, like a Buddha. You see his eyes popping out his head. He sat there going, I've got no friends. It's my birthday. I've got no friends. I've got none of this. I've got no mates. I've got that. Yeah, Billy, no mates because you're a liar. And where's your mum and dad? And where's your dad's gone? Where's your family? And you said, well, I've got a brother. Yeah, you have got them, but none of them talk to you. They won't even let you in the fucking houses. There's not one picture in the house of you with your mum or your dad. Not one picture. I've got pictures. I've got hundreds of pictures of my mum and dad. Hundreds of pictures of my brothers with me. You haven't got one of your so-called family because they won't talk to you. Your sister won't talk to you. Your ex-wife or partner won't talk to you. You need the kids. You won't even give you the kids talk for half an hour. You're not allowed to go near them. And I can tell the fucking truth, so fuck off, Cleveland Police. I'm not sitting like a daft cunt. I'm not breaking any rules. I'm telling the truth. If I was making this up and saying, oh, he's been to space to see fucking E.T., he'd probably say, yeah, he's telling the truth there. I have seen E.T. He give me a lift. He'd probably make that into a film tonight. The fucking Paul Sykes fucking movie's been going on for 8 years. It's all fucking shite. The Paul Sykes movie. The ghost of Paul Sykes lives in his house, types on his typewriter, tells him what to type, and then sends him messages. And Paul Sykes ghost went to his house, rings the bell in his house. He said, well, I haven't got a bell. Well, how can the ghost ring the bell if you haven't got a bell? You are fucking round the bend. Mentally round the bend. Moral reading is good, 100%. So the 144-year-old Ripper murder, he went down there in a 1-hour Ripper tour. Now national treasure, Jamie Boyle, will come back and discover who the Ripper murderers. The biggest police forces, London, New York police, the French police, the Belgian police, the FBI, the CIA, the fucking MI5, the MI6, Interpol, Interflora. They've all had a go at it. Not one of them come close to it, but he did it. He did it. The national treasure in 1 hour. He's the fucking laughing stock of Great Britain. He solved the Ripper. The Ripper he's from Middlesbrough. He left his knife, scalpel, and he left the hand of the woman he killed in the bag, in the doctor's bag on a clipper ship heading to Middlesbrough. So to this day, we still won't know what street he lived. Probably the fucking street he was born in, Benny Kills or something. They kicked you out of Benny Kills. They kicked you out of all the estates because you were a little snivelling grass. Everyone kicked you out. You got kicked out of Stokesley. You got kicked everywhere you go. You get kicked out of. wherever you're at now, that won't last long, because what you did, like Dennis Powell said, he gets in with he gets integrates with the neighbours, gets in with them, borrows money off them, borrows this off them, gets gear off them, then bumps them, and then they start smashing these windows. I can see another move. He said, Dennis Powell. No, Dennis Powell was the one who was a boxing. He's got great boxers. He was trying to tell Dennis how to box. He's got world champions, ABA world champion. But I'm called Stretch. He's got a marvellous middleweight. And he's telling Dennis, who was a professional boxing coach, marvellous boxing coach, marvellous man like Marty Turner, and he's telling them he had Cornelius Carr, the world champion middleweight of the world, from boys to champs. He stole that book off Paul Marty, robbed him, never paid him a penny. No, so he paid 44 quid, he paid him in 4 years. He was saying I was lying about that, but that all came out. The Magical Mystery Rhymes with the best cow face. Yeah, that's where he is, fucking idiot. So what are you going to solve tomorrow? Fucking, do you know he's going to be doing tomorrow? The JFK. JFK is going to solve that tomorrow, or he's going to solve the riddles of the universe. Butch Cassidy from Sunderland. Right, guys, 48 on. Yeah, he's just a bullshitting bastard with lies that come out of him. Just makes lies up off the top of his head. And how it is, guys. That stupid fucking voice goes through you. Magical cows. He's just up again today with his wife's clothes on again. What the fuck is he? Well, he's totally insane, but the worst thing he's done is the one with all the videos. We'll call him a spack in the retail. There's going to be bound to be people in that jury who've got kids and dads and uncles who are handicapped, and they're going to think, you fucking animal. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Your little copper friends are getting kicked out of this case because we're going to go for Humberside police league. We're going to get these fucking scumbags out of it, because we've already got the complaints police in, and they're already saying they're sick of it now, because they're leaving the complaints police. They said, haven't they still took your stuff? Because we've now thought it would be well sorted, and that's why we're investigating it now. He said this shouldn't be hanging on any longer, because when we tried to do this, they said, oh, you can't give us a statement until the case against you has been dropped or it's been to court. And it hasn't been dropped, but now the complaints police are involved. Liaison with them, and they said every 20 years, but they haven't been doing that. She's been getting texts, but now it's been happening. So they're not doing the job. So we're going to go to Parliament. We're going to go to the Home Secretary. We're going to write a letter to them and get the top barrister to write to them. And I'm going to go to the chief inspector, and I'm going to go to the other one. Teddy Dicko knows all about them, because Teddy Dicko's son was left for dead by a paedophile called Sykes. And the copper, horrible cunt from Middlesbrough Police again, was a sergeant, interviewed that Sykes 3 times as a paedophile. 3 times he was brought in suspicious of this paedophile, and he said, oh, he never noticed him. And it all came out. He'd interviewed him 3 times, the copper. They tried to blame Teddy for sexually abusing his own son. Poor fucking Teddy had to go 36, 37 years that went on, and Cleveland police were found guilty. They had to pay something like £80,000 to his son for the lies they told and the bullshit and the fucking corruption he fucking hates. And I'll get Teddy on, he'll tell you a story. The scumbags covered it up for years for a paedophile. They're doing the same again now. Exact same thing again. Corrupt, dirty, low-life cunts. That's all they are. Corrupt as fuck. You can do what you want. You can charge me, put me in the... Wherever you put me, I've still got friends there. I've still got people there. So no matter what you do with me, it just makes me more powerful what you do, because you just making me more believable, because you are bent as fuck. You are corrupt as fuck. You really are corrupt fuckers. And I will divulge the full fucking lot. Before I die, I'll write a book about all the bent coppers, the ones who are getting paid money. Oh, I know the fucking lot. The ones who are getting the money off people like fucking, what do you call him, fucking Ray Mallam. I know who you were getting the money off. I know where you worked. I know where you put the money. I know where your other fucking scruffy cunt friends. I've seen the little, I've seen the diary with the person who's got all the information where the money was getting put. I've also seen the names of all the coppers were getting $5,000 a month off another massive drug dealer from Middlesbrough was paying them, and he was recording them behind a mirror, and they got caught. They said, right, he got caught. This man with 20,000 ecstasy. They nicked him for it. Tim Devlin with his solicitor went to the cops and said, well, here's the video of you smoking crack, partying, drinking, prostitutes, everything's all on the video. I've got that fucking video. I've got a copy of it. I've got that copy of them bent cunts on that copy with prostitutes and everything. I've got 4 copies, I'll tell you, 4 different places. I've got it. And they went, oh no, we'll drop the charge. We'll just say he's working with us. That's what they've done. This done him from getting 20,000 each. They went, oh no, he's working with this as part of the deal. And it was in the paper that the cops, they were told by the what do you call it, the fucking, I can't remember the name, the fuckers, the home, not the home, what do you call the fucking, for fuck's sake, the ones that are high in the place. The inland revenue ones, but them ones, them high up, I can't remember from them now. HMC Customs, the customs told them that this person had 4 ton on a boat of cannabis. They tipped him off Cleveland Police. The only person they told was Cleveland Police. They tipped him off. It was in all the papers. They got off with it again. Then they told them another one. There was 3 ton of cannabis. They tipped him off again. Got off again. So the 4th time, fourth time, they never said that. Nicked him and he got 20 odd years in jail. And they said the reason why we didn't tell Cleveland Police, because 3 times we told them, they told the person that we were going to arrest him, we were involved. So we didn't dare tell them. It's all in the newspapers, all the articles. We didn't tell them again because we didn't trust Cleveland Police because we knew they were corrupt. That's in all the papers. Facts, not made up conspiracy. Facts. Bent coppers from Middlesbrough sniffing coke in the Temple. One of them fell and broke his nose. I know his fucking name. He's no longer with us now. The other fucking one, Mick, Sweeney, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Another bent, dirty cunt, cutting the coke up and giving Mick Richard to sell on the streets when you give it to her from money banks, didn't you, with the little fucking tin foil and the little tiny wraps. Sat there shiting themselves out. That's what they'll be doing. I've got all sorts of them. I've got fucking loads of what they've done. I'm paying myself into the box. It's the fucking truth, mate. I've got fucking all sorts of the scumbags. Tim Devlin said there was a cesspool of corruption. They were selling more drugs and taking more. There was 12 of them. No, so there was 12 drug squad, and out of the 12 of them, 7 of them were put in the rehab for drug addictions. He was the drug squad. The fucking drug squad were all in the fucking there. All addicts. Proper drug squad, not the normal cops, drug squad. All fucking addicts. Tim Devlin was the MP for Stockton South, and he was also a barrister. And he got the bloke off, this bloke. He ended up getting double Curtis Warren in the end. Ended up getting about 20 years. They brought in about £350 million with the coke. And then we protected him, let him sell what he wanted, where he could go, what he could do. It was all there. Everything was there, the whole lot. They were recorded. McPartlin was done. John McPartlin, he divulged where his money was. It was with a certain copper, and they put so much in the bank. And when MI5 were giving them conjugal something visits, they're called, where you can have sex with your wife, he was getting recorded. Kev killed his brother-in-law, and the cops, MI5 were involved a lot. John McPartlin was going to go with his wife and give all the recordings, and all the court recordings of Malum and all the other cops that were doing what they had, all the recordings of them. I've heard the recordings when they said, we'll give you that much money, we'll give you that. They've got a house offer for 600 grand and sold it, and the cops got 200 grand a piece, 3 of them. I've got the tape recording of the cunt, I've got you fucking on with the diary of it, you fucking low-life, scruffy cunts. I'll all be coming out. We want the papers. Want to play games with me, do you cunt? I'll bring you down your fucking knees, you scumbags. Absolute scumbags. And everything I'm telling you is in the papers and proven. So what they've done is they went down to they said, oh, can we borrow the variety bus? We want to go and get a load of stuff for the children, and take them to, I think they want to take the Blackpool or something just for home. I'm not saying it was the exact town. I want to take the kids for the weekend to Blackpool. No, you didn't, did you? What you done? You got the variety bus and you went to fucking Belgium or France, and you got tons of beer and tobacco and cigarettes, and you come back and you got done by the inspectors. And you know why you only got a little caution? Because you sold the cigarettes to the inspectors. the chief inspectors and all the other cops bought the fucking dodgy fags from Spain, from, it was either Belgium or France, and they were caught. They were caught back to rights with the cigarettes. They got a caution again. A caution, fucking caution, the police officers, because they sold the stuff to the cops in the fucking police station. That's how corrupt they are. And then the other three of them went out to London. What they were done, they were under the Operation Lancet. So they got done because they were given confessions for crime. They were giving people drugs in the cells. If you tell me you've done 8 crimes, we'll let you off for them. We'll TIC them. We'll give you a gram of coke and we'll give you a gram of heroin, let you out today. You'll be able to go and take your gear. They were doing that, and they were taking people out the police cells, take the pub, getting them drunk, getting them to sign confessions while they were drunk. You're not allowed to do that. And that was Mick Richards. He was well to blow the socks off them. And it all came out in the end. The cops were getting confessions for crimes. And that's how Ray Mallon got all the crime figures down. And when they looked at it properly, they found out, he said one lad was admitted to 50 different crimes. He hadn't even done one. He'd only done one, sorry. We had him signing 50 confessions for fucking one crime he done, and TI taken into consideration where you don't get charged. Dirty, low-life cunts, and that's how Malcolm got his thing, but then he got caught. He was found by the committee. He was asked, did you do these things? He went, no, I've never done them. He's lied for 4 years. It cost £4.5 fucking million, wasted, corruption, and then he packed that in and then he become the mayor. That's why I thought, wait a minute, he's got more convictions than me. I've only got a driving offence, so I'll run for fucking mayor. And then the shit themselves was Michael, who was the main bloke. He was the Freemason bloke who contacted Emma and said, tell Brian, I'll get Brian to run for Commissioner of Police. You know what I might just even do, just to fucking piss you off. I might just even do it now, just to really piss the cunts off. You're the first cunt, you, blinking soft, to get the fucking sack. You're the first cunt to get the sack, you cunt. You're the first person to get the sack, I'm telling you. Sat there, they sat there, he's thinking he knows every fucking thing, this cunt. If I get Ked killed tonight, it'll be them. Belt of a show. Yeah, it is a fucking belt. It's a truth. Every guy I'm telling you on here, it's fucking true. So they went down London. These three, they were pure fucking cokeheads, 3 of them. Honestly, God, pure cokeheads. But they went to London, so they got suspended. All these coppers, there was 14 suspended, 7 in the rehab, and the other ones were involved in fucking confessions for crimes and all that shit. So it all come out. Quite a few of them went to jail for it. Quite a few. And there was another one, I won't say his name, but his son-in-law was from Billingham. And the cops, he went out with this cop, his daughter. Good thing about me, yeah. That's how I did it. Put me fucking head in. Yeah, so they caught him. It was Operation Freeze. It was Chris Curry's brother, Dave Curry. Dave Curry, I think it was. Yeah, Dave Curry. So they got him, and he was nicked in Scotland. So in Scotland, you have a time period they have to arrest you for. So they took him back down to here, to England, and held him for so long. The time period was frozen. It was called Operation Freeze Over, or Operation Freeze, something it was called. He was caught with £1 million with the heroin and money in the copper's house, looking after it for Dave Curry. And he was nicked. And he actually went and pissed up against the wall abroad so he could get fired. That was the excuse to sack him, but the real reason was you got caught with £1 million with the heroin in your house and drug money, and you got caught, didn't you? And you thought, don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I won't tell anyone. You got caught, didn't you? Because Chris Curry was divulged the information because his brother was involved in it. So that's what happened. The copper had all the drugs in his fucking house, minding it for him. He was getting paid off him all the time. So by the time it went back to Scotland, the Scottish said, we can't do it because the time limit's over. So I can't remember the exact limitations. That's how dirty, low-life cunts they are. I know so much on you cunts, honest stuff. And 3 more of them who've tried to nick me 3 times, 3 of the cunts. Kev Killick was really on 2 of them. They went down London and said, look, can you give us a job? So they were already on suspension with full pay, right? Full pay, on suspension with full pay. So, and Mallon was on the same. Why was he on suspension with full pay when he was under investigation? He was found guilty of, he admitted to something like 8 crimes, I think it was, or 9 different lies he told. So really, he should have went to jail. It was absolute, all covered up again, corrupt police again. So the other three went to London, and he went down there. They went under bodyguards. He said, "Oh, we're bodyguards." They became bodyguards down London. They were getting paid as bodyguards whilst claiming the money, whilst being on suspension and getting full pay off the police, and also keeping the money down there, not paying the VAT or the fucking HMK customs or nothing. They got caught again. Pure fucking corrupt. Loads of them went to jail, you know. Loads of them got jail. Which really was a Geordie by Peter, he paid £1. Peter, he paid £1. Cartoon head. Cartoon, I like cartoon head. There's a thing in there, he's in it in Johnny Vegas, not Johnny Vegas. Is it Johnny Vegas? He's in cartoon head. When he's got a place where it's funny that, you know, he's trying to fucking sell the cannabis at the house. There's a copper there. It's from middle of that copper. Remember the one with Johnny Vegas, he's selling drugs? It's called Cartoon Head or something. He's fucking psychopath. And the lad sells cannabis in the loft. And the cops come to the house and go, "Have you got any drugs?" They went, "No." He said, "You want some?" And he gives them the drugs to sell. And they go, that's middle of the place. That's exactly what they were like. Even in London, place bent as fuck. Corrupt as fuck. They're supposed to get away with it now, but they're still bent as fuck. Yeah, so that's what Cleveland Police have always been. And when you look in the paper now, they're the most corrupt police force in the great British history ever, since the fucking Robert Peel invented the peelers. And that's how corrupt they are. The worst police force in British history. They're making this tin pot fucking documentary series every week to try and make them look like the goodies. They can't even turn up for a 999 call. They can't even turn up at a police station. My fucking wife's been 5 times to put a statement in about that arse wipe and show the proof what we've got. But this prick who's involved in the case, so I'm getting kicked out of the case. I won't work with this cunt. I'm going to tell him tomorrow I'm not working with this fucking fuck himself now. He's had his fucking chance. He can fuck off. Every time, "Oh, I'm busy tomorrow. Oh, I'm away for 2 weeks next day. Oh, I couldn't make it today. Oh, I had to go and see my kids." It's always an excuse for the country. He's been doing this now for about a month. My wife's been down there about 6, 7, 8 times. He's phoned about 30 times. And it's never, but he can fucking phone them and send stuff into them and they get it. So she went down, she gave them all the stuff. Went, "Oh, I can't seem to get it right. I can't." She said, "Well, it's funny how you get Jamie Boyle stuff right and you can't get ours right. It's not right, is it, guys? You're supposed to be in the middle doing a job." He said, "I'll give you a fair crack at the whip. You've never given me a fair crack at the whip. You're the fucker who turned around and said to me, 'Brian, don't worry, you've got your side to say. Well, why won't you take the evidence off my wife? Why won't you take the evidence off me? Why won't you let my wife come down?' Every time she comes, 'Oh, he's had to go with. There's been somebody fell out of a window. Oh, there's been a massive investigation on something else. Oh, there's been loads of chaos today.' Every single time she goes down, there's an excuse from Cleveland Police. Every fucking time." But Emma's not daft. She's recorded every single fucking time she went down with a dodgy thing on in her pocket. She's recorded the scum, low-life cunts they are. She's got them on. One of them going, "Oh, yeah, we pulled Jamie in, but we didn't arrest him. But by law, if somebody's petrol bombed your house and you're making a complaint, they've got to take the phones." They never took his phones. They never went to his house. They never checked his phone and nothing. She said, "Well, what happened about the phone?" She went, "Oh," he said, when he came in, he said, he come on. He said, "Was you in the rest?" She said, "Oh, well, I just had him in the cells." While he was in the cells, I just had a quick look through his phone for a few minutes to see if I could find out while I was talking to him about the incident. Well, that ain't protocol, mate. That ain't fucking protocol. Protocol is you take someone in, you get what the house, and you take the devices. So why did you come to the taxman's house and take all the devices? Every single device. Yeah. So you've got all my devices and you've got all my phones, right? And you found nothing on them. And it's been going now for 15, nearly 16 months. And I've still got nowhere where you're not even taking any evidence. She said, "You can put your stuff in." So the other week when Emma phoned up, she went, "What's happening about this case?" Went, "Oh, you should have had your statements in by now. That's your job, not my job. That's your job to take the statements. You're supposed to send somebody to the house to make an impact statement and take the statement. No one's come. You've never done that because you haven't done your job, because you can't be fucking bothered. Oh, I'll give you the first crack of the whip." No, you're not giving me the first crack of the whip. Why would I be on here fucking talking about you all the time and you keep doing the same thing? My wife, she's been down again today over an hour the other day. He's been again today, the day before that. And every time she goes down, her phone's up. Oh, he's out today. Oh, he's off for 2 days. You said, come down in Easter. I'll look at it. Brian, tell her to come down Easter. I'll look at it all over Easter. You went on holiday again. We phoned up with them. Oh, he's had a few days off with the kids or whatever she fucking said, the copper. So what with tinfoil phones up, you open the doors with bated breath, making coffees and fucking put the red carpet out for him. 50 gram backy there, 40 grams. I'll be them back, a bit rough. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. Oh, I'll get fucking 10 years for that one. Shoot who? Shoot fucking you. Fucking shoot. So, Lee Duffy was in jail in March 1991. Crank. You fucking bullshitter. Right, I'll have to phone David now. I'm embarrassed to sort this out. Shake this out. This lad's fucking mint. Oh, I can put this off of that. Fucking hell. That's so clever, when they get reported and you've got all the proof, the shit houses they are. Been in court with loads of the cunts. Back, God, I've represented myself 3 times the magistrates and won every time. Absolutely fucking destroyed them in the court cases. You can't talk about an ongoing investigation with police officers who arrested me in the past, trying to put me away 30 odd years ago, and then liaison with them now and say, we're going to help you get Brian Cockerill put away. That was his words. So when that goes in front of a jury, they're going to say, we can't take a chance here. Case is going to get kicked out. They can't take the chance because they might be telling the truth. But he's put himself in that situation now where the coppers will be thinking, you stupid cunt, you fucked it up here for us. If we don't get out tomorrow, guys, you'll have to come to home house. If my name's not down, you're not coming in.